Yo, yo. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this very special living room episode.
Woo!
Of
Coming
Press
at you.
NK
Live.
New studio.
Yep. I take many naps on that couch back there.
That's where I sleep.
That's right where I sleep.
This is actually a mobile home.
This is my bedroom.
You're surrounded by cats right now.
Big old double wide.
I upgraded to the double
those
wide.
homes are not mobile at all. You can't just.
There's
pick
nothing
those
mobile
up.
about. They're
Yeah.
on cinder blocks.
Well,
That's mobile?
Yeah,
Because there's no foundation.
the pipe, the electricity, like you can't just like hook it up to a trailer and be like, all right, I'm out of here.
You can't just
like,
uproot it.
You're
Yeah.
not
But
from
You're
the South,
mobile
are
because
you?
they can kick you out really quick.
That's true. Yeah.
You're behind on
You're
that.
the one who's mobile.
I was like trying to see like how do we get like the land that Liz owns in Kansas to be like a trailer park or something. And
So you want to be a slumlord?
yeah. Slumdog.
That's fine. You just gotta rezone it.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
It's
you.
just Liz's dad told me the steps, and it's really not as simple as just like put it anywhere you want.
You gotta zone it. You
Yeah.
gotta get ordinances.
Yeah.
Got to go to Kansas civil.
This is
court
now
or
a
whatever
rise
it
and
is.
grind
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
How to turn your Kansas
up,
land
everybody?
into profit.
We're gonna show you how to make $12,000 extra a year.
From 400 Kansas trailer park homes.
And that's if they pay their bill.
Yeah.
But
All
I
right.
hope you get a property manager out there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of property, the reason why we're in here is because Hurricane Ida. Yeah, I know. That was a good one. Yeah, I've been getting better. So Hurricane Ida came to New Jersey and decided to fuck our studio every single way you can. So we're cleaning up out there right now. We still wanted to have a show. Hey, listen, I was in there, okay, and
I
it was
know.
coming in one way and the other. All right, so.
Yeah, spit
Now,
roast.
yeah, it was a spit roast for sure. So, if you are interested in any of those images or
Do you want to see my garage get
get
spit roasted? Follow us on TikTok.
Are you an insurance adjuster? Do you want to see these photos?
you call
There's
these
some guy working for State Farm's like, yeah.
Yeah.
even
Let me
Jake,
see that flood damage.
even Jake from State Farm couldn't handle this.
Oh, that's
So,
dirty for me.
if anyone out there is watching and is not aware of some of the things, I did bring this. I brought two
This is
clips
the garage,
in.
or
So,
it used to be.
yeah. So this is Manville, which are you guys familiar?
my cousin lives in
Okay.
Manville. Luckily,
So-
they didn't get too much damage,
So
but it was bad.
They've been trying to declare
God.
Manville a disaster zone for
Yeah.
years, and like FEMA bought one of my friends' houses and like just gave him $100,000 and like they made it a swamp because like this shit happens every time it rains heavy
Because
there.
They built everything in a flood zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, with the impending climate change and such, you know, that's just some of the destruction that, I mean, like, look at this. Imagine your house, like,
Yeah.
This
You know
looks
what I
like
mean?
Yeah.
this looks like
Look at that
New
Orleans.
Orleans, like
Yeah.
straight
Yeah.
up.
Look at that pool in the red fence. You practically can't see it. Look
well,
at that.
it's funny that we say this because like there was one image that I saw on like CNN, I think, and they were like, you know, doing the whole boat thing through Manville, and they
Yeah.
had a helicopter pull back, and you just see all like the crystal clear blue water of the pools surrounded by this
jeez.
nasty shit. So,
Talk
yeah,
about how good drone footage is now.
yeah, really.
it's pretty, dude. They can.
I know.
Yeah.
It's wild to me.
So the other thing is like, you know, I do have another clip,
Yeah.
and it's pretty fucked up, but we're gonna go for it. Jess,
That's
you
what we
you ready
do.
over there?
Are we jumping clip of the
No,
week?
no. This is something I want. So this is literally worst case scenario for Hurricane Ida. I mean, like, count your blessings if this didn't happen to you.
Is there a
Because
dog in here?
No, there is
Okay.
not a dog in here.
Do you know the video I'm talking about?
No.
All right, I'll
Okay.
show it to you.
The house literally right behind us had their basement walls collapse in, and their home is condemned now, and they just
Is
moved in a
the
month
White
ago.
House?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out to the guy with the spotlights. Yeah, he
Oh,
got, he
that
got
guy
out
that hates
just in
us.
time.
Yeah, but he
outside?
got out
I'm
just in
so mad that he didn't get like
he moved
happened to
out.
him.
Yeah. So if you pay attention to the screen here, so I don't know if you guys. This is in
Oh, I've seen
Cranford,
this. I've
which is
seen this,
15
yeah.
minutes away from us, right?
This poor guy.
I haven't seen this. You just
Get
know
ready for
something's
it.
gonna
It's too
bad.
still, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That guy got out of the way literally just in time.
Do you hear him screaming for his mom?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, did you see how
that is-
fast that kept
Yep.
filling
Yeah,
up?
that's the definition
So
of a
why-
flash
why is
flood.
that where the
That's
clip
what a
ended?
flash flood is.
Because
That's where the camera,
probably where the
like,
camera
cut out.
got
Yeah, the
fucking
camera cut out.
So they're all right. They all survived.
Oh my
but
God.
that happened to a family in Jamaica, Queens as well. And 2 people were in the basement trying to get supplies out, and the water rushed in and killed them both.
My God.
So like I said, really like count your blessings type of thing. And like, I thought this was cheeky humor, but hold on, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, I do.
All you got to do is play it in reverse, and everything's fine. It's
I
just-
do want to see it again.
Pat
just
just
how
living in his
quickly.
own reality.
So like, here's
Thanos
dude,
Was that
snapping
a
his
washing
back.
machine
he
floating around at the
he
end?
was over
Something like
here
that.
and came across before.
He would have been
Like
dead.
he would have been dead.
He would have absolutely been dead.
And he's in high school. He's like 14.
Jesus.
Not built different. He would have been fine.
You hear it start to buckle
Yeah.
and just.
Dude, it just picked
It
everything
just
up.
piles in. And it increases, like the frequency. Look at it.
Yeah. Like, do you like look? It like literally is like foot.
Yeah,
fucked up,
scary
right?
as
It's
fuck.
It's
terrible.
fucked up, right?
It's terrible.
So yeah, that was at least that was my takeaway. Is that look, it could have been way worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It could have been way worse.
And to all the doubters who didn't think we would find a new studio, big middle finger to you.
We got a
Big
lot of
middle
comments.
finger.
Turns
saying
out that
you won't come back.
You'll never rebuild. We'll never rebuild. But here
We're
we
stronger
are.
than the storm.
Stronger than the storm.
Always.
Always.
However,
Hands down.
now I'm kind of future proofing a bit. I'm going to start getting some sandbags.
Well, yeah, you gotta prepare.
Start
You gotta
building
prepare.
some levees.
We're
Raise the
stronger,
whole
than,
house.
we're stronger than the storm, but that storm did find some,
Yeah, but
some
storms-
weaknesses.
Are getting stronger.
But they're getting stronger.
Listen,
Climate
the
change
best
isn't real,
fighters learn.
It's not.
The best fighters learn from their losses. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Monday morning.
This is 100%. I took an L that night.
though.
Okay?
Not an L. You took you L for learning opportunity.
Yes,
L
yes.
for learning.
Yes.
That's what that was.
So speaking of learning opportunities, Timmy Timbers.
doing so good
proud of
lately.
him.
Timmy
Oh my God.
Timbers.
He's been preparing these in the shower. He's been prepping.
You guys have no idea. Like when we don't have a show, I'm so upset. I'm like,
That's just
I'm
in
like
his
I have
room.
nothing to look forward to.
in
this
his
week.
room in the dark being like, okay, so if like we're gonna talk about that, and they might say I'm gonna take an L. If I can force them to kind of yeah, speak it up.
But yeah, taking L's. Timmy Timbers. Tim the Tap Man.
did not take an L.
Not if you talk to Doc.
How much money the guy's got?
Okay, fair enough. But anyway,
Nothing's an L at that point.
my point is that he jumped ship from Twitch as well, but he got an exclusive YouTube gaming deal. Like Doc did not get a YouTube gaming deal. Dr. Lupo did too, right?
Dr. Lupo and I think Courage got a deal. I think Doc was the only one out of that foursome that didn't get a deal. However, Doc was also when he was kind of desperate for a new platform to go to because they banned him from Twitch.
There's probably like other reasons on the back end he wouldn't have taken it too, right?
He didn't
Yeah.
go into details, but he said that they're suing the fuck out of YouTube
Yeah.
because
Twitch.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So maybe he
Because,
didn't want to do that like
he's
while
like-
in arbitration.
He's like,
Yeah.
his whole, I guess, mentality behind it is that like when you Google Dr. Disrespect, the first thing you see is that I got kicked off Twitch and there's no reason why. So do you think Nike, Disney, Netflix, any of the big brands want to work with me now because of that? He's like, I'm probably making 30 to 40% of what I was making before, and Twitch took that away from me. Like
All the sponsorships and everything.
right,
that
and
was
he
getting.
said it was for a cockroach reason that they took it away.
Was that the term he
That
used?
was the. He
I've
goes,
never
I think
heard
it's
that.
I think it's real cockroach reason.
I'm
So
going to use that. If Doc says it, I'm saying it.
It's in
But
my vernacular.
Tim got an actual deal. We don't know the details of the deal.
per
It's-
se, but he got 4 million subs on his first day there.
Yeah, so that's pretty huge. But I mean, either or, it just kind of goes to show more and more big streamers are jumping over to YouTube.
So-
Twitch still has the stranglehold on the market at the moment, just in terms of just hours streaming, just because they have way more content. But it just shows that a lot of gamers are just switching over to
Now
YouTube.
I actually
They
hung
might go
out.
over to OnlyFans too.
I hung
if Doc
out.
gets an OnlyFans, I'm paying.
I hung out with a streamer on Saturday night, and he's like a legit streamer. Like he has a bunch of subs, like a bunch of followers. I think he
Yo,
has something
Pat
like,
rubbing elbows with the elite.
I know.
I think he's
Jeez.
got like 600 subs. He told me or something
That's
like
amazing.
that. Yeah,
good.
his YouTube videos are getting like 8 to 10,000 hits per day, sometimes 30 as well.
Shit.
So yeah, he's making his way as a content creator.
On Twitch or on YouTube?
both,
Okay.
and on like TikTok and Instagram.
Right,
You know,
like-
because he you know the guy I sent you, the guy who's always like and like
Yeah, yeah.
him Johnny Price.
Right.
So he was at a birthday party that I was at. And what's up?
I don't know why I immediately thought like a kid's birthday party.
dude,
I'm
that's
just like,
what-
what were you doing there?
Okay, to be fair,
threw the children's
it was
birthday
my
party.
cousin's 30th birthday party, and they had an ice cream bar. Like they had
Yeah,
strawberry,
that's happy
chocolate,
30th. I love
vanilla,
that.
Get
and
ready for
all
the rest of your
toppings.
life. It's gonna suck.
Now I know what to do for my birthday party.
So, but either way, I was just
Did you get
talking
a
to
goodie
him.
bag?
No, dude, I had a 7-hour audition earlier in the day. I was there for an hour and a half. And
What does
almost
that
fell
have to do with
asleep on the
goodie bags?
couch.
You can still get a goodie bag.
I wasn't
Shit,
gonna
now
eat
I
it.
have to do that.
Yeah, now you got to get a goodie bag. for
So,
yours.
either way though, he was telling me how like, yeah, I understand people are jumping ship, but the thing is that like when you jump platforms, you immediately cut your revenue in half because you're not bringing the audience with you.
Tim has to rebuild all the subscriptions.
but dude, he's got 4 million subs.
yeah,
so
no,
it's not a big
that's
deal.
Tim is going to be fine.
Tim's gonna
like
be
a
fine.
guy like Tim is going to be
Tim
fine.
is
However,
in the 1% of streamers.
a
He's
guy
gonna be
like your
fine.
buddy who only has 600, if
Yeah.
he jumps ship, that's an actual serious
That's a
hit to his
serious move.
revenue.
But at that point, there's not really any reason to like leave Twitch. You're not
Yeah.
like being someone who's like negotiating with them, and you're not in like the upper echelon of streamers. So
it's just like, you know, I watch the Alpha Gaming channel. I like Harris Heller as a streamer, and he moved to YouTube, and everything that we do in here is because of that guy's YouTube videos. Like he just is very insightful, knowledgeable, right? And he made the move literally before any other Twitch streamer did, and he said, I just do not see Twitch being around for the long term. So this is a short-term pain, long-term gain, right?
that's really interesting
Right.
because Twitch is owned by Amazon.
right.
Yeah, so- yeah.
But after he moved, then came the fucking floodgates. Timmy Timbers, Dr. Lupo. Dude, there's too many of them. I can't mention them at this
there's
point.
other Valkyrie.
Val-
Valkyrie's another one.
I'm interested to know what the reasoning is why that.
YouTube's way more stable of a platform and discoverability.
It's more of the discoverability.
65% of your views come from the recommended bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're good in the algorithm and you're right in the niche of someone, or you provide the content someone's looking for, it's going to show up in that
It's like
recommended
the same
feed.
problem that like the Amazon Prime has their Amazon Video. It's like impossible to find anything on their platform. Why do they make everything so hard?
Oh, like Twitch? Are you saying
No,
is
for
impossible?
Amazon Video.
Yeah.
You're talking about like finding actual content.
Yeah,
to watch.
all the platforms that they own, the user experience is just terrible.
Yeah,
trash.
I mean, it's just the other thing is like YouTube has its business model is different,
Yeah.
you know. And the other thing is that it's structured around VODs and streaming is ancillary, where Twitch is streaming first and your VODs are there
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks afterwards, and then they self-delete. You know
That's
what
what
I
I
mean?
was going to say. The whole thing with YouTube is that you can go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Twitch is like, you are here live now.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of things. Here's some
Right, but
clips.
you'd still want discoverability, right?
Yeah, but it's so
Yeah.
much harder. Like,
Every big Twitch streamer still has like a YouTube channel
Right.
in order to get
monetization
viewers,
and viewers and everything. But it's also like really difficult to, unless you're playing like a very niche game. Like there are so many games that are so oversaturated. Like if you're playing any Call of Duty, if you're playing any
Yeah,
Fortnite,
if you're playing Warzone,
any Warzone,
you're going up against
you're
every other big streamer.
right. If like you could look it up now, you'll be like the top. I don't know, 10 people probably have like several like thousands, if not tens of thousands of live viewers on them. So it's like
Yeah.
if you want to start streaming that shit, like on Twitch, you're not going to be discovered. No one is searching past page 1. It's like with Google.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're making cool kind of content on YouTube and putting it up there, then it could pop up if I search, how to do something in Warzone. And like, I get a recommended for this small channel for that. Like I found like 2 or 3 streamers that I actually really like.
I'm
that
actually
I go,
getting recommended smaller channels more
Same.
regularly now, and that's what's important to me is that I'm not always seeing the same big creators.
no,
you know?
and the thing is like, I've gone from YouTube, I've watched people do or like put up their VODs or things on YouTube, and then I'll go back and I'll watch them when they're live on Twitch now.
Yeah.
I've done
I
that
don't
for
do it the
CFP
other
stuff.
way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Twitch, every Twitch streamer, like for instance, I know for a fact because he said it himself. Harris Heller's Twitch subscribers were 90% of his YouTube subscribers. It doesn't work
it
the
does
other
not,
way.
no.
Like, you have to be a super like charismatic, entertaining, or be like number 2 in the world to just start on Twitch and then just build a following based off of Twitch alone. When on YouTube, if you dump enough content in the right place, it'll hit.
Something's gonna hit.
Something's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And then you feed your Twitch from the YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
It
say,
does
oh, I
not go
stream
the
on
other way
Twitch
around.
every,
Yep.
you know.
So it's like if you're getting so much from YouTube, then why even bother go on Twitch? If you're trying to feed this whole other platform, then just why not just be on the platform that's actually getting you what it is that
And
you're looking for,
it's-
getting the views.
It's to be said too, like YouTube obviously is massively saturated.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but you want to know what's funny though is that even though there's a lot of saturation, the way that YouTube is designed, there's a whole other side of YouTube that none of us have seen. You know what I mean?
that none of us will
none of
ever
us
see in our
ever-
lives.
Like there was one
No.
channel I heard of that had like 18 million subs. It's like, who the fuck are these people? Like I've never heard of them.
even gamers too. Like
Yeah.
even people doing gaming content. There's like
What's that one chick? God, what's her name?
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. Yes, yes. Actually, it's funny you bring that up. We'll talk about it later. What's it called? I can't remember her name.
Nick, you're
Either
fired.
way, like she was getting like 500,000 hits per video,
Right.
and like I had never heard of her before until she posted her Demon Souls playthrough, and I just happened to be looking up Demon Souls guides.
literally. Like
yeah. So, yeah, it's just like YouTube, I think, is the way to go as far as if you want to make video and streaming content in the future. Now, that doesn't change the fact that YouTube has a long way to go to monetize like Twitch does, because
Right.
It's still
you and I, our channels are monetized already on Twitch.
It's
Yeah.
still $4.99 to sub to somebody on YouTube,
it's
right?
the same on both.
And
Wait,
then is
hold on.
it
No,
like
no,
the
no,
same
no.
like percentage that also the creator is
No,
getting?
no. We're talking about subs on YouTube are free. You're talking about memberships.
Yeah.
Memberships.
That's-
membership.
yeah.
Memberships are
5, 10,
but they're
15 or
but
whatever,
they're
5, 15,
set
25.
by the stream. They're set by the channel though, not the platform, and that's the difference with Twitch. Is there's a certain price that
Right.
you have to set.
Yeah.
Whereas with
I don't know the splits for YouTube. I would assume
splits
it's
for
the same.
YouTube, I
it the
heard was
same?
$3.50
on every
against
$5. Oh, so it's better
And-
than Twitch.
Yeah. But you also, if you're on Twitch and you move over to YouTube, you're already starting on the back foot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, listen, I feel like that you're kind of splitting hairs there. It's $1 difference,
I mean-
but also not only does all that,
That's a lot.
dude.
That-
I don't know
that-
what your
over time, it adds
Twitch
up.
channel looked like at the end of 1 month, but my Twitch channel was always like, here's $20. And we're just gonna cut that in half, and we're gonna take that, and you're gonna get 12. You're gonna get 10. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's
Damn it,
pretty much what it
Bezos.
is. Yeah.
Essentially.
They take 50% of everything you make, including your donations.
bits, including
Whereas
donations, yeah.
YouTube is just like, this is what you made. You know what I mean? Like, here you go.
We don't need this.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
don't need this money. You can take it.
Yeah. The
So-
ad rev I made from your videos is more than we will make.
That one, Jess, that one doesn't like people. I'm surprised he's sitting
We're
so
talking
close.
about cats, audience, just so you know.
Yeah.
That one doesn't like people. But it would be interesting. I don't know on YouTube streaming, like, do they have any type of just chatting, or is it mostly gaming? Is it just pretty much
That's a
gaming?
good-
Is
I
there a
don't
just
know.
chatting
I don't-
section?
There's like an entertainment or like it's not really like a game you're playing. It's like entertainment, comedy, gaming, like that type of broad stuff.
Okay. Because it would be interesting, because I feel like obviously that's a lot of what that's where Twitch is still extremely successeful. It's not staying up.
It's just funny how it just came.
Yeah, trust me, I've been playing with it.
I thought that
all
was a drop.
show. Right, here we go.
Oh,
Here we
it's
go.
Sorry,
funny
folks.
you make that noise because I feel like we're getting transported to the Matrix.
God damn it! I had a point, you son of a bitch. You son of a
You don't get
bitch!
in
I
the way
had
of
a
the
point to
segue.
finish. I can't go back on the segue. No, he's reading a text now.
Yeah, somebody just texted me about about the role I didn't get and that he didn't get either. I don't know why I
Classic.
said that out loud. Maybe I was just a little salty. Anyway,
A little salty.
So go ahead, make your point, and then we'll go back to the Matrix.
No, we can't. I can't go back now. I forgot what it
I'm
was.
gonna go back. I just can't believe that Twitch won't find a way to make their platform.
I've heard
more
it's their
user-friendly.
leadership.
What,
I've heard it's their leadership.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Mr. Bezos?
but like, why if they're in this position now where they're the #1 streaming platform and they have dedicated audiences, why not explore VODs
I'm gonna
and make that part of your platform?
I'm gonna tell you because they're making money already. They're fine with that. And then until it fails, and then they're like, "Why did this go wrong?" It's a fucking company.
And
Like,
then
you
they
know,
blame
it's like
middlemen.
They're
literally.
complacent right
That's
now.
exactly what I've heard. Is that middle management is like, hey, we're trying what we can to work with our clients, pretty much that
Right.
create our content. And upper management's like, oh, it's fine. This is a money boat.
That's what I'm saying. They're looking in what's
I'm
coming in.
making money.
They're like, we're the #1 streaming service.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like, okay, great. Are you updating? Are you trying to stay #1? Because it don't seem like
Because
it.
it sounds like other people are coming for your heels. Well, the other thing is that Mixer failed gloriously too.
Up in flame.
Facebook
Brutally.
gaming grew like 200% over the last year. And YouTube.
Slick job.
Whoop-de-doo.
That's how I found him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And YouTube gaming has slowly creeped its way up. It has like over 200 million users now. So, you know, which is way more than the total daily user count of Twitch. Like Twitch is like 6.5 million. YouTube gaming has like,
God.
Yeah. YouTube gaming is something like 200 million or something.
Christ.
Right? Is it 6? Maybe it was 50.
Twitch is an average of 15 million
Okay, all right.
active users.
Okay. Maybe I'm fucking up the numbers. Maybe it's daily active users is 6.5 and total users is 15.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
like 3 times. YouTube gaming is like 40, more than 40
But-
million. Like, so it's like,
Yeah.
I
It's
think
something crazy
I think
like
if
that.
YouTube really wants to officially take over, what they got to do is they got to start their own pools, hot tubs, and beaches stream. And once they can get that going, I think everyone's
Dude,
gonna
they
follow.
have fucking naked yoga on their platform that's
That's true.
totally uncensored, okay?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they do.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna-
just finding out about
there's
this.
naked yoga.
because it's considered instructional.
And the best part about it is I sent a video to him. I go, have you ever seen this? He goes, this is the worst yoga I've ever seen in my life.
But they naked.
Yoga. Like, it's pathetic.
It's a bunch of bullshit. You know what else
Welcome
is
to my
pathetic?
new channel.
You know what else is pathetic?
What's pathetic,
Making
Pat?
sequels to movies 20 years later, like The Matrix Resurrections.
I like the first one.
Yeah,
better.
you're grasping at straws on that.
All
One.
right,
I
listen, you guys are okay.
disagree.
You sit in this seat and you steer this fucking show, okay?
No, I'm good.
What?
I disagree. I'm excited for
I do
very
too.
high quality, high CGI, like redux.
For a movie like that could
That's what I'm
really
saying.
benefit from better CGI.
I'm glad it's not like we're just going to remaster. I'm glad they're not doing what Star Wars
Okay.
does every 10 minutes.
Hold on, let's set
aliens.
the stage here. All right, Matrix Resurrections got its first trailer. Nobody knew what the title was until you sent us whatisthematrix.com.
Did you check out the website?
Yeah. There's like over 140 combinations of that trailer you can get.
permutations and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time
you might
could
say
click
they've
on the
matrixed out the
yeah,
trailer.
the matrices. Every time you clicked on the red or the blue pill, it would show you a different variation of the trailer.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Funny thing is, whatisthematrix.com was the original viral marketing website back in 1999.
Was it really?
It's just awful. It's just terrible.
Well,
you can
I-
go to the
What-
Wayback
was it-
Machine
was
and
it
see
good
it.
at the time?
Yeah, at the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
you
at the
know.
It
time
was
it was
like
cool.
one of those like where you could click on stuff and discover like Jim Carrey's old website.
Oh yeah, where it's like you
kinda
open
cool.
up the HTML code to see like hidden messages and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
So
That's pretty cool.
I'll be honest. The only one I've ever seen the whole way through is Matrix Revolutions,
which makes no sense.
and I have seen Matrix 1
third
and
part.
2 in bits and pieces.
okay.
Now they're all on HBO Max in 4K, so I'm definitely gonna watch them before. Yeah, why? What'd you do?
I bought it on I bought it on Amazon.
I almost bought all.
Yeah, that's
I almost
fine,
bought
man.
the 4K trilogy, like the hard copy, until I saw it was on HBO Max.
Shit.
But I've only ever seen the first one. I think I've seen bits and pieces of the second and third. Everyone seems to just tell me to just not waste my time.
I think
what
that
I
was
think
the
the third one's the
consensus
worst.
at
Yeah.
first, but I think that people's opinions have softened over the years.
okay.
They do have things that are worthwhile that are worth exploring.
Okay.
They're definitely not as good as the first one, but you know.
because the first one's
you also
great.
got to remember the first one changed action movies.
Oh, yeah.
going forward, it's the first hyper stylized action.
Oh
movie.
yeah, like that camera setup that like they had and everything that was
Bullet
mimicked.
time.
bullet
all-
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
Shrek even
You know,
mimicked it.
dude, who the
Remember
fuck?
in the Fiona
do.
fight
Yeah.
scene
I
against
know,
Robin
you're right.
Hood?
Of course.
Who claims that they actually created bullet time? It's the guy who did that commercial, right?
Yeah, there was a couple of different ads that
Yeah.
but it definitely wasn't the Matrix. They were just the first
Yeah.
people to use it in such an explosive way.
make it cool.
They've also have been accused of stealing the art
You
style.
watched the
too.
Mr. Sunday Movies
I
video,
watched
didn't you?
that, but I've also heard these things over the years though,
Yeah.
that the Wachowskis took inspiration from a lot of stuff.
The only thing that I give any credence to, there was two women who claimed that they like wrote similar stories, which like there's not really much evidence other than they say here's a manuscript that has similar stories. But what was it? That comic book, the Grant Morrison's, whatever it's called. The Wachowskis gave their staff comic books and said, I want it to feel like this visually.
That's what I remembered. I remember because they were like, they pulled a lot from like old anime. Yeah. Like Akira was an old anime that had a lot of like I'm looking up now, like the motorcycle kind of stuff.
The Invisibles.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell was also an anime that they pulled a lot from.
Well, the other thing is that they did an anime Matrix animated film. Yeah, the Animatrix. Yeah, exactly.
Is that like the Animaniacs?
Yeah, the Animatrix.
No.
I also had that game back in the day. I had
the Matrix game.
I didn't have Path of Neo.
The Matrix game was fun.
I didn't have Path of Neo, but I had the Matrix game that Jada
Enter
Pinkett
the Matrix.
Smith. Enter the Matrix. Yeah, I had that. That's the first PC game I ever owned. I had it on like an old school Dell.
That was cool because it had cutscenes from like when they shot the sequel, they did extra scenes for the video game.
Yep.
Do you guys remember that Matrix Bullet Time Flash game?
No.
Let me pull. I'm trying to
send a link to Pat.
yeah.
But
I remember all the Flash games on Newgrounds.
I think this was on Newgrounds.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll pull
while you're pulling that up. They also did. Obviously, there was Path of Neo. I never played that one, so I can't really comment on it too much.
Awesome. You get to do like the scene where when he's not Neo yet, when he's Mr. Anderson and he's like escaping the office building.
Oh, really?
You get to do that, and then like it takes you on a different path, but it's cool to play as Neo and develop the skills.
And like
also
really
saw-
try and run from Mr. Anderson. That's
I also saw that they deliberately did not go with the ending from the film. They changed it to a giant like monster fight that Neo like flies because the Wachowskis were like, yeah, this doesn't transfer well to a video game. We're just gonna do
it's
this
like the
instead.
opposite of Watchmen.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the trailer looks good. I'm kind of nervous that we might be retreading some old ground here.
I'm really, because The Matrix was a really important movie for me growing
Right.
up, and I felt like a little kid when the trailer came out. I just got goosebumps and I was giggling. I'm really hoping that this is amazing, but it has a very high potential to just be
A piece of shit.
like a cash in and just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, one of the Wachowskis, the one that came back to was it Lana who came back to
forget
direct?
which is on it.
I think it's Lana, but the other one said that
Lily?
she did not want to come back because she felt like she'd be going back to a place that she took so much time to pull herself away from. And the only reason Lana decided to write and direct this was because she was genuinely inspired by, she was like, I can make this work.
Right.
And Warner Brothers would kill for another Matrix movie.
Well, I have
Brothers will
some
take it.
details. I've done a little bit of research on like what the premise of it is, and from what I've heard, it negates 2 and 3.
Yes, I've heard that as
Which
well,
is
which
the
is so
one.
interesting.
Then maybe I don't need to watch 2 and 3.
Just watch one.
First
Thank
one,
God.
dude. That's all you need.
So I'm not sure about that. That's what I've heard. Also, Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Okay, that's how you say his name. He's Morpheus,
He's
right?
playing Morpheus.
Yeah.
Young,
But
like,
not-
is it a
which
young
is-
No,
Morpheus?
we don't
or-
know. He's just credited as Morpheus, and Lawrence Fishburne has gone on record saying, "I was not
He
invited."
was never
back."
asked.
Yeah.
So
I love how he
literally-
said not invited back.
I literally Googled, is Lawrence Fishburne dead? When I saw the trailer, because I was like, why would he not be Morpheus again?
that's a weird thing. That's like obviously it's a plot specific reason that they brought somebody else in to fill this part.
Different
Also,
dimension Morpheus?
apparently Neo is supposed to be a game developer, and he made this.
Oh, is that why he has
really-
the rubber duck?
I don't know about the rubber duck, but like you know
Well, like
that
the-
scene where they're in the elevator, and everybody's on their phones.
Yeah.
I think they're all playing a game that he created, and I think it's called The Matrix.
Is-
In the movie, it's called The Matrix.
Mm-hmm. I hope he does, because rubber duck like debugging or whatever is a thing where like
Oh, yeah?
it's a thing that coders have. It's like it's a joke-ish kind of thing, but not really. It's like they'll put a rubber duck on their desk and like I'll just explain my code to it, and while I'm explaining my code to it, it's just like the process of verbalizing
Right.
it helps me figure out like what I fucked up or how to change
Maybe.
things. So that's why I was like, why else would he have like a little rubber duck on his
What'd you
head?
guys think of the song in the trailer?
I was
Oh.
literally. You
Ask
did you
Alice?
see me looking that up?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I did not actually, because
So-
I have the part where it's like one pill makes you tall and one pill makes
do
you
you
the
not
thing
know
is, as
that
I was
song?
listening, it's White Rabbit by
Yeah.
Jefferson
Yeah.
Airplane. As
you
I
not
was
know that
listening
song
to, I
before?
was
I've heard
just
it
like,
before,
I
but
can't
I-
believe that The Matrix hasn't used this song before.
Yeah.
They make because they make a lot of allusion, especially in this trailer. They were really pushing the Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
They
they
showed
showed
the
the
book.
book.
They showed someone had an Alice in Wonderland tattoo and everything. But this is one I was just like, yeah, this song makes total sense for
Yeah.
this. One pill makes you stronger.
I
and
liked all the
everything.
glasses that people had that were different red and blue glasses.
I gotta be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
I thought we were gonna do the Star Wars thing where it was like, here's our new leads, and we're gonna see our old friends along the way. But the fact that Keanu is front and center the entire time,
And
I'm
Carrie
like,
Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann,
yes,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, let's.
And they
Yeah.
apparently
Do
don't know
it.
each other.
Yeah, which is
it's-
cool.
they don't
And like
know
when
each
he's
other.
fighting Morpheus in like the Shala thing, and he's like, no, I've done this before.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
fucking Kamehameha
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
much.
returning cast, Jada Pinkett Smith is coming back.
Oh, she is.
She's coming back, and I don't know the guy's name, but he's the guy who plays the Merovingian in the second and third.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Is Hugo
How's it
Weaving
feel?
I'm
coming
on
back?
fucking fire tonight,
he's
boys.
not coming back.
Oh,
Hugo Weaving.
He was originally supposed to come back. However, he had scheduling conflicts. That's the only franchise that he's worked on that he has ever verbalized that he would come back for a sequel every
Oh,
time they
no.
asked.
Yo, Hugo, you
And, like-
stop whatever it is you're doing to come back to the Matrix.
I
That
don't want to go back to the Matrix.
I mean, like that's the thing. Like Hugo Weaving has had a pretty impressive career, but
Right.
that's what I think of when I think of Hugo
Yeah.
Weaving. He
working
was a
on?
great Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Agent Smith.
Agent Smith.
Mr. Anderson is Neo.
That's
Yeah.
It's all right.
Fucking
Take your
idiot.
time.
Why are you on this show? Anyway, yeah, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think. Listen, I'm not like hypercritical of the Matrix. I know there's some people who are like, you can't change this because it did. Like it's all canonical.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you need to lead the defensive line.
You can do whatever the hell you want, baby. It's
I mean,
movies.
It's
man.
gonna make money. I'll
I'm
tell you that.
worried-
No matter what, it's gonna make money.
I'm worried that it might feel too much like a cash in rather than a legit creative idea. But I'm willing to wait and see. You know.
So
I think it'll be good. Keanu Reeves. I mean, Keanu Reeves has had a real resurgence, obviously,
Really
in the
has.
past
Yeah.
5 years. So I think it'll just be great to,
When
coming
was the
back to
first
the
John
role.
Wick.
The first one,
was
2014, 2015.
I just pulled up this quick Reddit thread. It's kind of I'm not going to go through the whole thing.
2014.
But you
Okay.
guys know how I feel about the title, right? The title of the movie is not good
I don't mind it
because there is a history in Hollywood of fourth movies with the title being the original film : Resurrection, and
But-
that's not an exaggeration.
that
Really?
that may be true, but it just follows like Reloaded.
Yeah, I get that.
Revolutions like that. They're doing their own.
I get
thing.
it's in a different context, but I think it's kind of funny how like the
Oh,
last
Alien
movie that
Resurrection.
put Halloween on ice before the fucking like sequel thing was Halloween Resurrection, and then Alien Resurrection, Birdemic Resurrection.
Well, you're also naming like horror type stuff.
Look at this. The first one that came up on the list was The Matrix Resurrections.
Well, like the thing is too, like it seems like it's part of the plot. Like they're not
Yeah.
just
Yes,
naming it
yes,
like
I-
resurrection because
yes.
they're
Yeah.
resurrecting.
I
this-
understand
the whole-
Seems like
that.
there's
I
actual
just
Shut the
purpose.
fuck up.
Play the drop. Hit the drop.
I understand that. I just kind of wish that
What would you have named it?
The Matrix. Yay.
Matrix.
It's got to
Cool.
start with RE.
Okay.
the Rematrix.
Matrix Resurgence.
That's another one that's
Not terrible.
Matrix redundancy.
you could do.
It's computer language. Matrix
yeah?
Ruby. It's coded in
Return.
Ruby.
That's not an.
The Matrix returns.
How do you spell
The
Ruby
mummy.
with
I'm
an
just doing the
E?
mummy.
R-U-B-Y. Oh, yeah, I guess
RE.
Ruby.
The Matrix Revenge.
the Matrix rhubarb.
Revenge.
The Matrix Revenge.
Revenge of Neo.
The Matrix Rhubarb Revenge.
All right.
That's it. We solved it.
It's done, folks.
Um,
Shut her
Now,
down.
Pat's
But-
looking up words that start with RE.
Words-
The Matrix Rear.
The Matrix Read. The Matrix. What is this? Reef?
Look up.
No, you got to go to the 15-letter word.
Yeah. I want the.
Here we go.
Matrix.
The Matrix refortification.
Recontextualize.
Matrix reactivated.
Ooh, all right.
Reactivated's great.
I like
Matrix reorchestrated.
The Matrix redistributions.
Reappropriating.
Sounds like an assembly line.
The Matrix reparations. What the fuck is this?
It's like we're getting weird here now.
The Matrix remanufacturing. Remythologizing. I didn't even know that was a word.
Because you can mythologize. Why not do it again?
Why not do it twice?
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Again.
going to be good. But speaking of mythology, we saw Shang-Chi. What?
you were doing better in the beginning.
Trying too hard.
Yo, you guys, I have to try something, okay? I can't just wait until we stop talking and then just go, okay, so.
Actually, you can.
You can.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I'm much more chill than I used to be when I did this show.
Speaking of chill things,
we saw Shang-Chi.
I had the same idea, but I was like, I'm going to give it to Burke, though.
thanks.
What did you send me, Burke?
I sent you the
Oh,
Matrix
okay.
game.
I'll pull that up. I'll pull that up right now, actually, before we move over to Shang-Chi.
It was definitely on Addicting Games, and it was definitely one of those games I played like in like 6th or 7th grade.
Did you guys play those games? It was like there was like clues all around, and you have to get the key to unlock the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Escape.
They were basically escape
It was
room
basically
games, like-
escape room, but I do remember that one. That was actually
Did you
hard.
guys ever
It
go
was
to
like
the
a bunch-
adult, the adult flash section of Newgrounds where there was a bunch of like undress me in all the wrong places games?
I'm not gonna say yes, but I know what you're talking about.
I remember the ones from E-Bomb's world.
Oh,
You had to go out and actually get laid.
Yeah.
There was that game, yeah.
I do.
Did you see the one with the X-ray glasses? The guy gives you
Yes.
X-ray glasses in the bar, and
Oh,
you can
I know
like
this
look,
one, yeah.
and like there's one part where you can like look down his coat, and like if you don't put your mouse exactly on his wiener, he doesn't say anything. But if you do, he's like, "I gave you X-ray glasses, and now you look at my balls. I kill you," and then he fucking kills you, and you have to
I like how
restart
you
the
said
game.
wiener,
What?
You look at his.
and then you look at his wiener.
Well, we have a woman on staff now, so I'm trying to be a bit respectful, you know, instead of me just being like, so this guy had his fucking schlong out, and it was
I
crazy.
think schlong would have been like a perfect way to
Schlong.
split the difference between like too much and not enough.
And are you 5 years old?
He had his fucking cock out, and it was.
Oh, bad.
Long.
I'm sorry. Is this a toxic work environment now?
It's not toxic enough.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
If we got to raise the bar.
All right.
Yeah,
Everybody start dropping the C word a lot. Everyone.
do it. I'm down.
All right. So let's look at
Damn.
this. All right. So I'm gonna.
Just skip ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead through it.
Oh, I thought this was
wait, I do kind of remember this now.
This is literally the game. You could press shift and it would put like into bullet time, and you just basically had to shoot and kill this other guy. You could dive, you could jump, and you could kick. I would. There you go. He's bullet timing.
Oh no.
Yeah, shoot.
Oh, this is multiplayer. This is multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those dodges.
I cannot tell you.
Yeah,
how many,
she doesn't
like-
have a mic. That's why you can't hear. I just had the little text roll across. Oh, okay.
You could,
Never
also, you
mind.
could just stun lock them in the corner too.
Oh wait,
The
hold
one
on.
in the white is dominating.
Is there volume on this?
I don't
do you have
remember.
it
Yeah, I don't know
on?
if video games had volume.
I
back
don't remember if
All
this
right, come on,
actually.
there you go. We've landed
Oh,
a
okay.
shot. All right. Well, dude, you're
Okay, maybe it was better quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game.
Okay.
I can. And then you can do a
here we
downward
go.
smash.
Here
you
we
can do
go.
a down smash. There you go.
Oh, lucky.
Also, the hitboxes were like very wild. In this
Down.
game.
Yeah.
Mule kick. Oh, in the
shit.
face. Took that right on the chin.
So you just get stun locked.
yeah.
Right in the schlong.
Wrong. In the wiener.
But you only had 20 bullets. And when
Oh
you ran
my
out, this is
God.
what you did.
Wow.
This is what you did.
Wow.
This cheap shit.
All right. That I think we get
I love
it.
that part in the Matrix when Morpheus and Neo fight on a roof.
Yeah, it's a very accurate.
However,
the-
speaking of fighting,
Shang-Chi.
That's my boy.
There we go. There we go. That's a good one.
I have a fun movie theater story.
If you want to lead with
yeah,
that,
let's-
by
let's
all
hear it.
means.
As we
Is
do.
it as good as my experience where the kid was like karate guy?
well, I got one too, so I'll
Okay,
go
you
after
guys,
yeah.
you guys go ahead. I actually had a very pleasant
Normal.
viewing experience besides for, and this is really short, I'll let you guys go. But we were watching the movie starts and I go, wow, this theater's they redid the IMAX in New Brunswick. They put leather seats in. It has it has a laser projector now, so it's straight up 4K.
That. They needed it.
I see this little green light, the top like right quadrant of the screen, and I go, I wonder what that is. And I say to Liz, I go, what is that? And she just goes, it's a dead pixel. And I go, oh no.
And then the movie
one movie that everyone has jet black hair.
Yeah.
And there's just a green pixel, lime bright green, like someone was putting a laser pointer on the screen the
God,
entire.
brutal.
So the whole time I'm just like, it's like right here in my vision. I'm like, just get the fuck out of here, please.
The worst part is I have my TV in my living room has a dead pixel, and it's so annoying because you forget about it, and then all of a sudden you get to a scene where someone has a
pitch
black
black.
shirt
Yeah.
that's right there, and it's just like, God fucking damn it,
Yeah.
it's just a white pixel.
Yeah, no, it's a pain in the fucking ass for sure. But like, yeah, I was literally like to Liz, I was like, I almost was like, this is a great day, and now this is getting fucking ruined.
This day can't get any better.
Oh no. But
All right,
go
Burke.
ahead, Burke.
So I went and saw him at the Newport Mall.
Oh, that's where I went too. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. Movie's supposed to start at 1
I really
o'clock.
hope both of your stories are about each other.
Same.
There was this
There was
fucking
this
asshole
curly-headed guy.
Sitting in the corner.
seething.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I went by.
I should have just called
Yeah,
you.
we probably should have just coordinated that.
Have a
Did you
have a
go
little
at
date.
10:45 yesterday?
No, I went today.
Oh, okay.
But so
Yeah,
I
my
get-
friend Dan was here yesterday. He said it was good. Everyone just relax.
Congratulations.
I got a friend.
Once again, congratulations.
So I get there and like I get it's in the mall, so I was like, I have something to eat, and I was like, oh, I can get here at like 1, like right when it starts. So I walk into the theater and nothing's on the screen, and I was like, oh, okay, they're just waiting, hanging out, letting this thing kind of go. 1:10, 1:15. There was nothing on the screen. I was like, shouldn't there be like
At least trailers.
something going on?
A hot dog dancing.
Yeah. everybody else in
Movie.
everybody else in the theater is kind of like, so who's gonna be the person like get up and go and ask somebody what's going on? And then I have like this 50-year-old like cliched dad next to me. He's got like Reeboks on. He's got like cargo shorts. He just like is like
Freshly mowed the lawn.
Great utility in those
opens his
shorts.
phone. All the text on his phone is massive. He's just like doing this whole thing of the look down in like the one hand.
Yeah.
And so then he calls up AMC, and he's like,
Dude, they're right outside.
yeah. He calls up AMC, and it's like the front desk lady, and he's like, he doesn't say, hi, I'm in theater 4, and for Shang-Chi, he's just like, the movie's not on the screen. She's just like, what, sir?
So you
He's
got to
like-
be a little more specific.
He's like, yeah, the movie's not on the screen. I'm in the theater right now, and nothing's happening. And she's like, I need a little bit more than that.
you can track my phone. Can't you see where I am?
He's like, that Shang-Chi movie. And she's like, are you at our theater? He's like, yeah, theater 4. And she's like, you should have led with that. So she's like, okay, we'll have somebody go and like come check it out. So we wait like another 10 minutes. And then the movie starts to come on with the Marvel Studios
Yeah, yeah.
opening, and there's no sound.
Oh, God.
So everyone is like, I just out of the corner of my eye.
Oh no.
And like it played for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes without sound until he like got frustrated and started calling again. And then he calls and he just presses the buttons because he knows how to get to like the person at the front now. And then all you hear on the other end is, I know there's no sound. Like, she didn't even be like, AMC Theaters, welcome. Like she's just like, I know there's no sound there.
That's like when I saw The Lion King and it was in 3D IMAX, and when it started, we watched the whole Circle of Life with no sound.
Oh,
They
no.
restarted it. We watched the whole Circle of Life in 2D, and then they went for a third time, and finally in 3D and with sound. I was like, listen, that part, at least that part of the movie, at least got welled up with emotion the second time because I could hear the music and see him like
Right.
reliving my childhood. And I was like, all right, come on, can we just pick it up from where we were?
When I
Like,
went,
fuck.
there was a storm and the power went out in the whole theater. and I just never got to see Lion King at all.
Do you remember when we
that
in
happened
the
to us
same
for
movie? No,
Sicario
2, and it was right at the end. Like we did not see the conclusion of the plot.
There was 15 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah, that was the,
The
opposite
best-
for me. Lion King. It was Circle of Life, and then it just cuts out.
That's all you needed.
It was it was the first like 30 seconds.
Wait, so did they restart it for you with the sound?
No, they at this because the sound came in, then it came out, and then it came back in and stayed. And we were literally only like I didn't see the very beginning where he's like got long hair killing all the people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Like, that
you
was
just
it.
learn a little bit about
That was
and
like-
it even has subtitles too.
I was
think.
gonna say
Yeah.
it was in Chinese, so it had subtitles.
All right.
And I could read
Okay.
it all.
All right.
You go now. Oh, you first?
Oh, I guess. I mean,
don't have a
mine's
story.
super short. So I went yesterday to Newport. I went 10:45 in the morning, and it was the first time I've ever been to a movie theater by myself.
I'm so sorry that,
I-
that's our reality, that we have to go to the movies by ourselves because we don't live close to each other.
Honestly,
we live a block from each other.
Yeah, we live a block from each other. I should have just asked Bert.
I know.
But I and honestly, like overall, it was a fine experience. And so what I did was actually I showed up late because I knew there was going to be 25 minutes of credits.
AMC's
Sorry, not
longest
credits,
pre-show in the
trailers.
industry.
Yeah, and so I was just like, all right, it starts at 10:45. I'll get there at 11. I got there and I still sat through 15 minutes of trailers. So I was just like, all right, I'm not a total loss. But at least I then didn't have like that awkward of like, all right, you're just me, just kind of waiting for the movie to start.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
No one to talk to. But so I got there. I was seat D2, and I went up, and there was a guy in my seat. And I was just like, God damn it, do we really have to do this? So I go, and I was just like, I'm D2. And so D1 and D3,
That's my seat right there.
D1 and D3 are empty. And I didn't even really say that's my seat. I was just looking, and like my looking was just like, yeah,
It told the story.
It told the story,
Yeah.
exactly. And so the guy was just like, oh, sorry, I didn't think anybody was coming. Are you D1 and D2? Thinking that I'm with somebody. And I was like, yeah, I'm with someone.
Did you say that?
I was just
guy-
like,
Yeah, I'm here with someone.
This guy
They're totally
thinks
coming.
you got stood up on
I
a
got
date.
stood up. He thinks I got stood up on an
He's like, I
early
better move.
matinee
This
date.
fucking loser needs his seat.
So I went. So he moved over to D3, and I sat in D1. Not my seat. I sat in not the seat that I paid for, just hoping that no one would show
Did
up.
he reach over and just grab some popcorn
You can
from
check,
you
like you open
afterwards?
up
I
AMC
tried to.
and be like,
I couldn't
Oh,
get
you
any
can?
service. I couldn't get any because I tried to see if I could then buy
Interesting.
buy the seat or whatever. So the guy's thinking the whole time that I got stood up. However, he was a fucking prick. He was laughing at every dumb joke that was going on,
Yeah, that
like
was
too
a
loud.
prick.
He was
Having
the
a
guy
good
that was like
time. That's
every
you.
time laughing. That was me mimicking my own
No,
laugh.
but I mean, you do that laugh.
I do that. No, but he was doing it at like the dumb jokes, like
Okay.
the bad jokes,
All
that
right.
no
You
one
make-
else was
do that
laughing.
laugh to our bad jokes.
Yeah.
I now have a story.
Okay.
Just because you said the look,
Nick stood up, Danny.
you looked at the guy, and that was enough. We were coming back from Portland in a 100% full flight, and on the way to Portland, I was the only one out of the whole group of fucking 7 of us that didn't sit with the. I was in the back of the plane, and everybody else was like right up towards the front.
25T for toilet.
I wish it was 25. It was like 38. And so I'm like just in the back. I didn't bring headphones. I didn't bring a book. I didn't bring it. So I'm just like
Raw dog in that flight.
6 hours just with my own thoughts.
That's the
so
worst.
on the way back, I was not in the middle. I was in the middle seat for that one. So on the way back, I had an aisle seat, and I'm like, just happy to have something.
Yeah.
So I get to the very back of the fucking plane, and this guy is like in the aisle seat, and the middle seat's open. He looks at me. He's like, I'm like, no, that's my seat. He's like, oh, this one?
I've
like,
had
you
that happen.
fucking
Yeah,
know.
you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
the
Yeah,
one
that
you're
happens.
in.
I had that
Because no one
happen.
wants the middle seat. Of course, yeah, but
I had
Don't
a
play these games
mother,
with me.
a mother,
Don't play
and a
this shit.
6-year-old daughter by the window and the aisle, and I had the aisles. I mean, they bought the window and the middle seat, and I had the aisle.
It was
And
much worse the first time that you're describing that.
Yeah. Well, here's what ended up happening. They, what's it called? Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. I fucked it up. I bought the middle seat. She bought window and aisle. So when I got to the plane, the daughter was sitting in my seat. And then the mother looks up at me and she goes, "Oh, do you mind?" And I said, "I don't mind if she sits in my seat, but I'm not taking the window seat then.
Yeah.
She goes, well, she's going to have to go to the bathroom. And
Me
I go, okay, I don't mind
I can get
standing
up.
up. Like, it's not a big issue. She goes, well, I'll get the stewardess. And I was just like, okay, my name's on the ticket. Like, what are you going to do?
You're fighting a losing
Like,
battle.
you're fighting
yeah.
a losing, like, so either I sit in the middle seat or I pick where I sit because you're taking my seat. So what's it going to be? And guess what, boys? I sat in the middle of that fucking aisle for
must
a
have been
2.5 hour
terrible.
flight. It wasn't bad because I just
respect
put my
the hell out of that.
put my headphones on and I just like leaned back and that was it. I didn't hear him. Anyway,
Why didn't you want the window?
I don't like the
because
window.
I don't want to sit at the fucking
No,
window.
I don't
I don't like
like
that shit
window
at all.
For 2.5 hours?
No,
It's like
for
it's
me,
not-
I was.
it's
if-
not it.
If it's between the,
You prefer the middle over window?
that's the
I was
thing
also
that I'm
being a piece of
confused
shit
by.
in that
You are a
moment. so-
sociopath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's proving
I
a
would-
point.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that I respect. But
But yeah, in a long flight like that, I would much rather have the
2 hours?
window seat. 2 hours.
long flight?
It's a long. They're
Aisle.
all long flights.
Short
Yeah.
flight?
I really want
Window.
I really want
Yeah.
you to know
Every
that
flight aisle.
when
Yeah.
when you were first like, yeah, so there I am, six hours with just my hands. I was like, yeah, I must have been a real bitch too, considering you thought it was only an hour and a half flight.
I did not think that.
All right,
Joe
so,
Enright is a fucking liar.
so let's talk about Shang-Chi, huh? Overall, just to start, good. This is like almost as good as Winter Soldier or Black Panther, I
You
would
think
say.
so?
This
Yes.
might be my favorite Marvel movie.
I liked it. I liked it that it didn't feel like a Marvel movie. It felt like something completely different, tone-wise, and just overall story-wise. Like when they got to the part where they are in, what is it? Were they in China? Where they were in the fighting ring?
Yeah, Macau.
Yeah, thank you. And so when they were there, when they were doing like that whole escape scene, I was just like, this actually feels like a real actual thriller action movie as opposed to a superhero movie.
So Simu Liu is a trained martial artist and stuntman first.
Who
and then
is that?
He was
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Sean.
I was
Sean.
I was asking for the audience. You may not have known.
So
And
he
it
was
shows.
very dedicated to the fight scenes. He added a lot to the choreography as well. And it comes through because let's be clear, when that helmet closes, it ain't Robert Downey Jr. anymore. So
That's what I think I really, really enjoyed. Like everything on the first bus fight sequence, I was like,
dude, the bus was
like my jaw was
unreal.
dropped.
It was sick. I and especially every time I thought it was going to be over, it just kept going, and I wasn't mad at that. I was just like, yes, give me more of this.
The guy with the sword for the arm.
Razor Fist.
Is that his name?
That's
Razor
his-
Fist?
that's
on the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is an impossibly stupid weapon to have. I'm sorry.
Where does it retract into?
Or how about just get a gun? Like, you know what I mean?
Imagine it just came out and just an AK came
Yeah,
out of his
like,
arm.
That is a proper comic villain.
Yes,
So-
I
I don't have any
agree with
problems
that.
with that.
I mean, like, I love when like the bus gets cut in half and like, you know, we'll get to Katie. But I just feel like every single moment that they had on screen, it didn't feel like Simu Liu, that Shang-Chi was dragged down by his partner character and that the action scenes were still super electric and vibrant. You know what I mean?
It was not like a Resident Evil game where you have to carry a certain person
Yeah.
through the whole damn mission.
You mean Resident Evil 4 where they changed the game industry with an escort mission for over 6 hours?
Specifically, Resident Evil 4. No, the whole and that's why I say it might be my favorite Marvel movie of the whole thing. It's just everything, the pacing, the score, the action sequences. Like it felt like the cinematography and nothing felt cliched too over the top. Everything felt like it was just enough that it left me wanting more of the things. Like, oh, this fight scene, I want more of that. Like,
Yep.
Oh, it
And
was
I
so
want
here's
more
the
of this
thing,
fighting, more of
you
these
know,
powers. I want to see more of the rings and stuff
it gave
like
you
that.
just enough
Yeah.
of the the lore and everything that it didn't beat you over the head with anything.
It also destroyed the Labor Day weekend box office record, which was previously held by Rob Zombie's Halloween with $30 million.
That came out on Labor Day?
That's
Yes,
a
it did.
weird thing to come out on Labor
I
Day.
saw it at midnight with my sister on Labor Day. Well, I guess that Friday, not the Monday. But either way,
Wait, how much did it make?
it made $30 million.
It made $30 million.
Well, how much did Shang-Chi make?
Shang-Chi pulled in about, I think it was like 90 million for worldwide, but now it's well over 150 for the full 4 day or something like that.
My gosh.
Which is-
globally, it's earned about 260 million.
Yeah. Also, it ain't going to China because Simu Liu's a fucking man and was like, China is a piece of shit, and my parents left because that place sucks. So he didn't really say that, but I'm paraphrasing.
I was about to say that's
Yeah.
a strong statement to say.
But no, basically he called it a third world country, and he was critical of it, and now that's putting the release in China in jeopardy. And
So it's doing this well without being released in China.
So he's not
Wow.
going to John Cena it.
He ain't showing up in the Avengers because the last Avengers 22% of its revenue was from China. He ain't going to Avengers 5. There's no way he's getting in there. Or if he is, they're cutting him. He's putting him in minimally. And
I was
going to
say
him out
he's,
for China.
it's going to need to be like a flat out.
Yeah, or
secondary
they're just gonna have to
showing.
dub
Like,
all of
yeah.
his. They're gonna dub all of his dialogue with just. I love China. Like every time he talks, China's great.
China is a
heritage
wonderful
is
country.
important to me.
Probably wouldn't agree to do that.
What to dub? They'll just dub him. Fuck it.
No, but I mean, you think
You don't have any rights when you
No,
sign these
what I'm
contracts.
saying. No, what I'm saying is that they will
didn't
literally.
they didn't lock him into any amount of movies, right? He's not.
Oh,
signed on-
I'm
there's going to be another
positive.
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, there's
didn't
gonna be
Marvel
another-
just
yeah.
recently said that they're not locking people in.
I'm not entirely sure if it's they're not locking people in for like trilogies anymore, but it's kind of just like you're playing this character and
Right.
we expect you to be
So
here.
if he says, "I'm not gonna do it," if you're gonna dub over the character,
Yeah. Well, it's a strategy move though too. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like now that like the lucrative MCU contracts that had 9 to 10 movies in it originally are no longer a thing, because if you get that contract now from Marvel, it's like, all right, cool. I want like fucking $50 million for all this
True.
then, and you motherfuckers make that.
Yeah.
So, listen, here's my thing is that like this is I feel is the true start of Phase 4. I feel like
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Widow was kind of like a leftover from Phase 3 that should have been there.
That they just had to throw
yeah,
in.
that they had to put in.
They made it and they were like, we need to release this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was kind of an obligation and a favor to Scarlett Johansson, if I'm honest.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
How good did that favor turn out
yeah,
for them?
right.
Did you guys know that she asked for $100 million when they said that they
Yeah.
were going to put it on Disney Plus, and they just never answered her? They just ghosted her.
Are you serious? They
yeah.
were- oh,
Dude,
wow.
Bob
Was that
Chapek.
Sounds like
after
my last
their,
landlord.
Like, public falling out?
No, this is
So
all
you and
before.
Scarlett Johansson are on the same page.
We get it.
Well, should we overall non-spoiler overall? Good. See,
Good.
this is
Yeah.
necessity for Marvel.
I'm gonna be my usual role of contrarian and saying I really enjoyed it overall, but I thought the dialogue was really bad, especially
there
the
was
first act.
expositional
some
dialogue. Yes,
stuff that
absolutely.
was
So
Absolutely.
many
Yeah.
exposition dumps and all this stuff where it's like not living up to your potential, and
Yep.
them doing the karaoke bar and like
Yep.
I was like, wow, this if this movie
Okay.
keeps up at this pace, this is
Yep.
going to be
And
terrible.
then
Yeah,
also
but-
they're like, so we met here, and that's how long we've been friends. And they're talking to their friends who have known them
No, they
for
know
years,
them.
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah,
This sounds like nitpicking.
Well, I also kind of feel like
good dialogue.
I mean,
is not
I also,
Yeah,
I also
that-
kind of feel like that was
that's
a
just an
setup.
example of really bad dialogue.
What I
That's-
will-
that's
I feel
yeah.
like that's a setup
literal
for the
joke
gag,
setup.
though.
That's
Yeah,
literally
later
just
on,
a
that's
joke.
all that is. But I mean, they're not wrong
Still,
though. It's
no.
not done well.
You
it's
could
not
do that
done
better.
well.
yeah. But
Overall,
okay,
I still like the movie.
let's just get into spoilers because I can't
'Cause
hold
who
it anymore.
I
cares?
just want to. I
Who
want one more
cares?
point.
Spoil.
I do understand. It was kind of like a balancing act where
A
I
yin
really
and yang, if you will.
I appreciate that it didn't feel like an origin story, even though it was.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just threw you right into here's what's going on. He already was a fully developed,
Yeah.
fighter and all that. So that was a really good aspect for me.
Spoilers. I can't fucking stand the sidekick. I was like,
don't
shut
like
your mouth
Awkwafina?
the entire time. She was like, here's the thing. I think
Get ready
that
for more of her.
character, like, dude, short round, Indiana Jones, the fucking funny sidekick. Okay, it's always a thing. Like Nightwing, Robin, just they always have quick quips. They're there to bring levity to the brooding main character. Okay,
I think
that role has been
she
around for
wore
decades.
my patience all the way to the very last scene. I was like, if they do this character in another Marvel movie, I'm done.
The problem is that's Awkwafina. Like that.
You're
is-
done.
that
You're
is-
done.
Oh,
I'm
by
getting
the
this
way,
lasered
by the
off.
way, when I was at callbacks the other day, somebody said I like your Justice League tattoo.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
Me too.
That's actually what I said. I said, "Oh, me too." Yeah, I got,
That's
and then somebody
funny.
whoever my dance partner was just like, oh, that's an Avengers tattoo. She goes, oh, my bad. She goes, why didn't you say? I was like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, actually, I'm not going to be that
to get
fucking
under
guy.
your skin.
Yeah.
If you watch my podcast, you know a little bit more.
We featured this tattoo several times.
Yeah, somebody said something to me about like, oh, we were talking about Marvel movies specifically, and they said something like, yeah, I'm not that big into it. I see that you are. He's like, don't you have like a podcast?
You have a little
or something?
thing,
Yeah,
right? Like a little.
one of
You got a
those.
little side
Yeah.
thing.
A
You got a
wiener.
little wiener. You got a little schlong.
wiener. Are you petting my cats over there?
Hey,
Talk about your wiener
I mean,
and
you
then going
can.
from there.
You can.
I am.
Okay, Mike, just say it. Just say it. Y'all petting my pussy over there, huh?
I didn't say it.
Guilty as charged.
Here's my wiener. Pet my pussy.
that I mean, not that I want to spoil, get into the post-credit scene, but they all but guaranteed that she's coming along for the ride.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
you have half a day's training with a bow. Why are you?
She was
Because,
a natural.
Nick,
She was a natural.
if you
She can
aim
drive
at nothing,
cars well.
You
hit
hit nothing.
Yeah.
Which that stuck with me. I was like, all right,
But
that
listen,
bitch knows
well,
shit.
like-
Yeah. All
You
right.
saw how well she could drive
Ned,
cars.
Ned doesn't go
think I
along with
broke his
Spider-Man
chair.
on adventures. He's there for when
No, I'm
Spider-Man.
with
does
you. I
Spider-Man.
Ned
really don't
is
think-
also a 45-year-old
No, I
parading as a high schooler.
I do think for like the secondary or the second movies or any subsequent movies, I don't think she's going to have a large part.
I fucking hope
Why
not.
is
Especially if there's
They
going to be
literally-
if there's going to be more characters.
Wong
There's-
literally said both of you have your life
No,
has changed.
I get that. Unless she, steps into some shit and gets a power or something, like then she's not.
I
going
would
to be
consider
along.
her doing this movie like Aquafina stepping in shit because I don't think she has been in one enjoyable thing or put out one piece of music that was good before this.
She was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, she was in Crazy Rich
good in that.
Asians.
However,
She was
she
in
was.
that?
Yeah,
I haven't
she was
seen
in
that,
that. Yeah, it's a really good movie. However, she doesn't have a major part.
Oh.
And so what I feel like is going to happen is now they are going to start entering the real Marvel universe with all these other Marvel characters that have a much bigger role than her.
Yes.
So she is now going to fall a little to the wayside.
I fucking
which
hope
is
so.
which is
Why not?
fine.
Quick,
I
quick.
I think she was
Why not just-
important.
Why
Sorry.
not just bring Shang-Chi's sister? She
Because
has
no,
skills
well,
and
she's a
abilities.
villain
charge of,
now.
She's in charge of the
Yeah.
10 Rings now.
So
Okay.
she's rebuilding it.
Well,
If it's like in the comics, she's going to take over her dad's like evil empire, and then
Okay,
she'll be a
'cause
villain.
I thought
they
she's supposed to
said
be a
she's trying to
humanitarian.
deconstruct
Yeah,
it.
I thought she's
They
supposed
said
to be-
she's
She
trying
said
to
she's trying to
deconstruct
deconstruct
Okay.
it. If
No,
they're going
it
off
very
of the
much looked like she was making a power move at the end there.
yeah, if they're
Well,
going
yeah.
if they're going off what the comics are doing, if they're going to take
I
influence from
also-
that, then she's going to be a villain.
I also, speaking of the 10 Rings, I love the duality of the title and the fact that it
Yeah.
focuses on the organization and the history of their lives, but it also refers to the literal 10 rings that, it wasn't a MacGuffin either, which was so
Yeah.
fucking awesome, Like I thought that was really brilliant, but fucking Aquafina, I was like, you need to get the fuck out of here.
I think she was great in the beginning with the bus scene. I really enjoyed her in that. But as soon as she started like getting into the battle and everything, I was like, I don't. This feels like
I want you to
totally
know-
feel forced.
when they were leaving and he was getting on the plane and she was like, "Well, tell me on the plane because I'm coming with you." I made an audible.
that fits with their character, and I
Yeah.
think it's like I think it was important what they were trying to do with her character. I don't think she executed it well. Like you need like that kind of outside perspective of like that. You need the control group. Basically.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
to
you
kind of
need
give
the-
her. You're viewing it through
the
her
audience.
eyes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you get
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
perspective of her, but also like, yeah, to your point, I've had one day of a bow training. I shot this thing through the neck and like,
Right. Yeah, I don't mind that she came along for the ride. The fact that she's now being like raised up as now you're going to be an
I
Avenger too just
did-
seems so crazy.
I don't think she's going to be
I don't
an
think she's going to be an
Avenger.
Avenger.
I-
I don't
not
think she's going to be the
literally,
new
No.
Hawkeye because now she can fire a bow.
yeah, the
The one
I
bow.
do-
He's
Hawkeye.
not dead.
I
He
do
has
ap-
a show
yeah.
coming out in
Yeah.
November.
Yeah, but
and he has a daughter who's going to take on the mantle.
I do.
I don't think it's his
appreciate
daughter. It's Kate Bishop.
Oh.
That's not a hawk. That's
I'm
not
not-
a child.
a. Yeah.
I
Okay,
do.
either way.
I
Oh,
do
well.
appreciate they didn't just make her like the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Like they could have
Yeah, they
very
gave her a
easily.
real role,
romantic lead.
Yeah.
They didn't make
They,
her.
they did do a little romantic-y thing with it, but it was not heavy-handed.
You never
like,
see
it was-
them
it-
even
it could
kiss.
also be
you
weird.
just
Which is
see like the
great.
subtle like hand holding that they are together.
friends.
Yeah.
They could just be
at the
good
end.
friends.
Well,
At
no,
the
at the
end-
end they're together.
Plus,
together,
like, look,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but he is definitely worth more than that.
Pat, it's Pat. You're such a
Love is love,
superficial.
Pat, okay?
Come on, Pat.
I'm not saying, dude, it's not her looks.
He
It's
sees
when she
something
opens
there.
her mouth. I just want to fucking put a hoagie in it or something. Just shut the fuck up. Like, Oh my god! Every piece of dialogue she had was useless. It didn't add anything
she's
to
a-
anything.
Some funny quips.
There
Like
was a
some of it was
couple.
funny.
She-
It was
but
just,
I'm
a lot
not
of it
really
was
I'm not really a big
I'm
fan
just
of
done
her
with
comedy
the
either.
screaming and the all of that. Like I don't need any of that. I don't need it. And the fact that she's like always like Sean, like when she's about to get her ass whooped. It's like just die already, like so we can get along, get a move on with
He's
that.
had too many people in his life die.
I think we need to
Like
move
Jesus
on.
Christ!
Watch
Not
Crazy Rich
Awkwafina
Asians.
die. I
You'll
mean the
like
character.
Can we
Awkwafina
talk about
there.
Morris though?
Morris.
Oh, I thought his name was Mobius.
No, Morris.
Oh, no, Morris, the whatever the fuck he was.
He is that's
Headless winged dog.
it's an
chipmunk
actual
thing.
it's an actual like ancient Chinese.
All right,
like,
I will
animal.
say the best joke in the movie though was when Ben Kingsley goes, "You can see him. He's real."
Not
I've been
fucking
ignoring him. I
crazy.
thought it was going crazy.
I love that they brought back Trevor.
He was the best part of the movie for me.
So here's the
I
thing.
love when
that
he's
he-
dead at the end.
I'm playing a role. Get down and you do it too.
So here's the thing. I have no idea who that guy is.
Have you seen
Trevor
Iron Man
Slattery.
3?
No.
Trevor Slattery.
No.
Okay, just
I
From
didn't see
Liverpool.
it's so great.
he has like a red thread throughout like this entire Marvel universe,
That-
which
I
is
thought-
hysterical.
I thought that was great that they were like, yeah, we're acknowledging that was not a good piece
was
of writing
ridiculous,
in those old
but
movies, and
I
we're
do,
gonna.
but I do love how they didn't just like throw him in like to just like, hey, we changed this. It's like, no, he came on the journey and
Yeah.
he was actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
he was fun.
Oh, that was so. He's great. And like it put that character in a new perspective. Whereas like it was kind of like stupid in Iron Man 3 and like kind of came out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" I
Yeah.
thought Ben Kingsley was about to be like the real Mandarin, you know,
an actual villain.
yeah, an actual villain, and then. This one, they kind of make him like this weird sympathetic character when he tells his story about how he's like, well, he's trying to get a part, and like, you know what I mean,
Right.
like, and
get those monkeys to ride the horses.
That was hysterical.
that was great.
The
Because
best.
they were acting.
and that
they
made
were
me want
acting.
to act.
And I figured if a primate can act, so can
What can I do for the world?
What can I do for the world? The mythical forest shit was cool. I thought the whole like maze, the fight scene when Tony Leung, I think his name is,
Yeah.
and is it Michelle Yeoh or Michelle Yeoh's the aunt at the end?
I'm not sure. You got a computer right there.
Let me look up the Shang-Chi.
Which he did
But,
look up the dad in Shang-Chi so that he could say his name.
am
Can't
I
do
not-
behind the
am I-
scene.
am
what
I
was his
not
name?
supposed to?
Tony Lee Young? Did I ever?
What
no,
else
not
was
Michelle
he
Yeoh.
in?
Fala Chen, is that how you
don't
say her
know.
name?
Oh, Fa La Chen, I think.
Yeah, Fala Chen. I'm saying Fala Chen, but it sounds like I'm saying Fala Chen.
That's the mother.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
mother.
yeah, yeah, that's the
her
mother.
dance fight scene was absolutely magical.
That was cool.
close-ups,
That was
Yeah.
really
they were great.
cool, yeah.
That this movie has the same cinematographer as the Matrix movies.
Oh yeah.
So it makes
Oh,
sense why
okay.
everything's very kinetic
That-
and everything kind of flows really nice and everything.
That's what I
can't
loved
remember what
about
the other-
that.
Yeah.
He did
It was
another
shot
movie that was
so well. It
I
was
think he
so
did the
cool.
Raid too. Which is a crazy South Korean action movie. Have you never seen the Raid?
No.
Oh my god, dude. It's fucking crazy.
But either way, like all the fight scenes were shot super well. That one in particular, that early one, was just so cool. Where you're literally seeing them fighting, and you're actually like, oh, they're falling.
They're falling in love.
That's really
Yeah.
it, like it
I
was,
was like, that
actually
was-
a well done, well shot fight.
It actually
scene.
reminded me.
It was like a dance.
It reminded me
eventually.
like of musicals,
Yeah.
or like a stage
Yeah.
show where it's like these characters. You don't see the passage of time or anything. You just see them sharing these events together and
Yeah.
building more of an affinity towards each other. You know
my
what I mean?
my favorite thing at the end when he's fighting his dad, like in front of the door, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
And he has
Yeah.
that same
they
moment with his
kiss.
dad.
in a spit swapping makeout match.
But there was so many elements of this with the movie, of it being like the yin and yang, like of the balance, like of getting it one and getting it in the other, like throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
And I loved just like, you don't have to call back something 15 times. It was just like it's a here and there's a nod to it there, and it's just so satisfying.
And I
Yes.
just love like in that fight scene, it's brute force versus like moving
Gentle.
like the
Fluidity.
wind. the
So
fluidity,
before
yeah.
we,
Which, it was very similar to like the water bending.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
releasing
Yeah.
the fist from his hand
yeah,
and making it an
turning
open
it.
palm.
Yeah, it's not all about brute punching.
Did anybody else think Sonic when he got the rings? I thought fucking not
No,
like the drive-through like
No,
Sonic.
I know,
the Hedgehog.
Yeah, we know what you're talking
The
about. Yeah.
hedgehog, not the drive-through.
Yeah, I love when they're all spinning around him at the end, and then he does the Kamehameha with them.
chaos
Yeah,
emeralds.
yeah, exactly. Before we go to the end, anything else anyone wants to bring up?
The dragon was
Well, that's what I was going to
beautiful.
talk about.
Oh
yeah.
the fact that it like had the koi fish kind of coloration
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
was beautiful.
cool.
The monster that came out of the hole.
Cthulhu.
Listen, it was another CGI monster battle that we got, and I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will always take CGI monster battles in anything.
And that's why
yeah.
those Godzilla movies will just keep on coming.
Yep.
Well, that's what I really liked. I liked that you had, everybody actually like on the ground fighting, and then you have this super cool CGI thing. It wasn't like you're just getting like one a person versus a big CGI thing. It was like
Right.
they clearly split them.
I like the soul sucking shit. That was cool too. It wasn't
That was
just
cool.
murder, and like the dragon scales are the only thing that affect the creatures. I was like, that's another cool idea. That's why all their armor's made that way.
I think that was like the best way for his dad to like actually die. too.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
him not killing his father, like because it
like
could have
his
very easily
father
just went
choosing to just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Well, his father sacrificed him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
hit
that's
him
what
out of the
I'm
way.
saying.
Yeah.
His father
the
just
dad's
choosing,
motivation was
I'm
stupid
done.
though. Like it's like, I hear
yeah.
this voice
But
behind the
That
door.
goes to show how crazy he's been just in seclusion like
That's-
this.
that's the
just
thing, it's
missing
like-
his children, missing his wife.
You get
Yeah.
you get the like old
Yeah.
like crazy wizardy kind of like
the part where he brings Shang-Chi with him when he fucking decimates all those guys in like the restaurant
As a little
with the
kid.
rings.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that was shot really
cool. And then what's it called? When he talks about when he's about to fight those people and he sees that old man and he says, "Be quiet, young man. I've lived for 10 of your
Yeah.
lifetimes." I was like, I forgot this dude's like ancient.
he
I-
sunned him so hard.
so
Sit down, child.
Sit down, sonny boy.
shut your mouth.
I've killed more people than you've ever known.
All right. Well, I mean, let's just wrap up this conversation. I think everybody liked it. I'm not gonna like shuffle it into the big boys club just yet because we have some more Phase 4 stuff to come. And like, I'm just gonna say if this is the direction they're taking, the Eternals is gonna be fucking bonkers.
I'm really excited
And
for that one.
Spider-Man. It like none of these dates are changing now. We're
No.
getting one a month until March, and I am fucking
Really?
ready for it. I think it's like Eternals.
Roughly.
Yeah, kind of. It's like maybe it's like
Eternals
one
is
every
November.
one. I want to say like 1.5. You know,
Yeah.
like a month and a half.
And when is Spider-Man coming out?
December.
December. Okay.
December 17th, and
Okay.
then Doctor Strange is early March.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for the Eternals movie. After seeing the trailer yesterday, it's a trailer. I think I probably haven't seen this new
Angelina
one.
Jolie.
But yeah, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, it's real. Like the cast
Eternal
is really
people.
cool.
Like
Eternal
Harrington.
people. Kid Harrington. Richard Madden.
Brian Tyler Henry. Is that how you say it? Or Tyree Henry?
Yeah.
Is that how you say
But,
his
like,
name?
looking
Using
at it-
Godzilla.
Yeah.
I have no idea who the Eternals are. I know nothing about
don't
them.
know
So like,
shit
I'm
about them.
really
And I'm not,
excited to
like-
see this whole
All
other
these-
part of the
I-
Marvel
I love
universe
how-
that has been here for so long that we just never saw.
They bring up like I love how there's like these things where it's like now it's like how are they going to do the X-Men in the MCU? How are they going to do? It's like one line of dialogue. It's just like that was a human matter.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we going to get involved for? You know, and then like with the X-Men, like more specifically, you know how people are like this is how they're bringing in the X. This is it. It's just like how about you just they're just going to be there.
How about you just sit and
It's
wait
fine.
until they're there?
It's fine.
Just
They're
wait.
just
It's gonna be a reveal like the Wolverine reveal for the PlayStation 5 Showcase.
Oh shit! And speaking,
I think that's the show right there. I think that we can call it a night. Jess, can you wrap it up for us, please? Thank you. Good God.
damn, that was nice. You're gonna need a drink after this, aren't you?
It's hard to go back. I couldn't leave that out there. One of my favorite things with the Marvel movies on the post-credit scenes, I'm like, who did they pay a little bit of money from the main like cast to come in
that's
and
right.
like
Yeah, it was nice to see everybody.
Oh, I didn't stick around for the post-credit scene. Just
we got the Hulk and we got Captain Marvel like was
Okay.
in there. But I love
That's-
it's like who wasn't busy?
yeah. Who do we have
Well,
available?
It's
Whose
like
schedule is
Ant-Man.
free?
It's like Ant-Man when they have Falcon show up and like it's like okay, who's the best C-list Avenger we
That's
could
literally
get
like,
to get
yeah.
in here, yeah.
And the thing is, as the credits were rolling and I'm getting up to leave, I'm seeing that no one else is getting up, and I'm just like, something tells me that there's a post-credit scene. But you know what? On principle, I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I'm done on post-credit
I
scenes.
googled how many there were
literally-
because I was like about to piss my pants.
You also, I would totally believe if you said right now that I already stood up and I wasn't sitting back
Well,
down.
that was part of it. That was very much part of it. It's like I stood up, and I'm not gonna embarrass myself
exactly
in front of
what
this
I'm
guy
talking
who already thinks I got stood up on my 10:45 matinee date, and now I'm not sitting back down.
he
for
went
this.
home. He went home to like his mom or something. It was just like. There's this fucking loser next to me. He got stood up on his date, and then
bless
he
his heart.
stood up before the post-credit scenes, and he wasn't gonna let himself sit back down.
So this guy who also went and saw this on his own and then goes
Yes.
home to his mom is now calling Dale a loser.
Also, just to
That's
paint
the
a
irony.
picture, he had a broken arm. I don't know what that adds
what a
to the
pussy.
story, but he did have a broken
he was
right arm.
cosplaying as Bruce Banner.
Broken arm.
Just Captain Marvel is too overpowered.
She's Superman of Marvel.
I just every time she's just like, go, I gotta go, we got another emergency. Whoops,
The universe needs me.
It's like they really put themselves in a corner with her.
She's like the person like at your office that is just like they've gotten in good grace with the boss. Oh, Lauren needs me.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
gotta
like,
go.
she's
I got that
powerful.
email with Lauren, by the way.
She's powerful, and a lot of people like relate her to Superman, but she's not like indestructible like Superman. Like,
Did you see Infinity War?
yes, I saw Infinity War. Okay, yeah, I mean, she
Remember
does
that
get punched
part?
in the face by
You
Thanos.
remember that?
Yeah, and
You
she
remember
flies.
she flew through that
Yeah.
ship.
I'm just saying,
Was fine.
I also think
Pretty cool.
Superman
That
is.
was-
It,
that was
is-
pretty cool.
Jude
Remember
Law
when-
flew a plane into her in Captain Marvel, and she seemed pretty fucked up.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Superman could leap over tall buildings
Yeah.
and he could run as fast as a train, and that
a
was his
single
thing?
Yeah.
And now he's
In a
like
single bound.
He'll destroy an entire planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Now he
fart
can-
and then like decimate a country.
Yeah.
Now he can literally turn back time
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
spinning around the planet
And that
the
was
other way.
that was back when
That was-
Superman was quaint.
yeah, exactly. That was
Which-
Christopher Reeve
By-
Superman.
Which, by the way, not how that works.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone would die if we started spinning the other way.
And the oxygen supply would just leave.
Scientists would be
ocean's
like, "What's
just-
happening?"
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys know that Zack Snyder's Justice League came out this year? Feels
been
like
a long year.
It's been a long fucking year. Yeah, the 4K of that came out, and the they used that poster where everybody's putting up fucking like
Gang signs.
throwing up gang signs. No, everyone's putting up like their weapon, and Batman's is just a batarang. Like,
What else is it gonna do?
Well, everyone's got like Aquaman's got his trident, and Wonder Woman's got the lasso, and Cyborg, he's
What
got
does
his,
Superman have?
He's not on the poster.
Oh,
Because remember,
okay.
you're not supposed to know that he comes back from the dead.
The
'Cause
worst
remember-
kept secret in cinema
'cause
history.
Remember, they made a fucking Justice League movie without Superman,
Yeah.
and then they threw him in.
Remember when they killed off Superman before there was even a fucking
before the
Justice
team
League?
up, they killed him off before the team up.
I love that. I love that you guys have such contempt for Zack Snyder.
Are you ready for Army of Thieves?
He didn't direct that.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
literally the exact
care.
same
He's-
response.
he's-
I don't
It doesn't
care.
fucking
already
matter.
in pre-pro on Army of Thieves too.
Does anybody get a cigarette?
Yeah, like seriously, man.
I think Burke and Nick are most upset that we're gonna have to watch it too. I think they're not
Honestly.
upset that it's happening. They're upset
I'm just
that they're
gonna,
gonna
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
watch
lie.
it.
I'm gonna be like,
There's
yeah, I
TV
saw it.
It was pretty tight. Remember that slow-mo scene?
Remember the
Pretty
German
cool.
guy? Yeah, he picked a couple locks. You know, that's the thing.
Good for him.
Those people died. What?
But Shang-Chi, good. Everybody see it.
Great, loved it.
2 thumbs way up. Anyway, your ass. Anyway, PS5 Showcase.
Finally,
Anything fun come out of that?
Finally.
a lot of I mean,
Finally.
you know my situation where I
You
watched
said that
it,
like my dad.
well,
Situation.
You know what?
You know my
was.
situation.
You know my
Like the-
situation. Where I was watching, I was in meetings, and I just had it on like my second monitor.
This is great.
And so I'm watching, and like I'm in meetings, and I'm looking up every now and again, and I'm seeing just shit, just like nothing I'm
We missed
interested in.
all
I
the
was
good
like,
stuff.
this is so
Did you have
dumb.
the audio
What's this?
on?
What's that? No, I was in a meeting. That was
Mind
the
you,
thing. And
Liz
so,
is texting me saying, "Are you okay?" Because when the Spider-Man 2 trailer came, I screamed. I was like, "Yeah!"
Because the thing is, I'm watching it. I was like, Spider-Man, that's cool.
You're like,
And then
Alan
I'm like,
Wake's getting
that's
remastered.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Kodor remastered. That's cool. And
All
then
right.
it was done. I texted Pat. I was just like, meh. And he was like, didn't you see the Wolverine trailer? I was like, there was a Wolverine trailer?
It was
It was
12
God of
seconds
War
long.
trailer?
It was
God
God
of War.
It was
All right,
cool.
So
You know they're making a Knights of the Old Republic
No,
remake.
so
yeah.
let's just go. Let's go down the list that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
sent everyone, and now let's start with. We'll
us
start
a-
with KOTOR.
It's on a list.
Okay.
Sent a list?
Yeah, it's in the Discord.
You sent a list, my guy?
Least.
So
Listicle.
to start
Listo.
off, let's get with heavy hitter. Knights of the Old Republic is getting a from the ground remake, not a remaster,
Which is
and
awesome.
some of the original devs and most of the original voice cast is coming back.
Really?
Awesome. That's great.
Okay.
So the one question that I have here is the fact that, all right, so Sony had it in their
It's
showcase.
a timed exclusive,
This is a literal
So okay,
It's a time-
okay. So it
but it
will
also
then go to
is-
Xbox.
but it is coming to PC too.
So it's coming to Sony and PC, and then
PS5,
later to Xbox.
PS5 and PC, and then later it'll be out on other.
Oh, okay,
platforms.
because it came out originally on PC and Xbox,
you can't
which is interesting.
put a KOTOR game not on PC.
No.
you can't do
I'm
it.
not saying not PC. I played it on PC
Yeah.
when I had it. But what I'm saying is that it also came out on Xbox, which I just then find it interesting that it's coming out on Sony first and not Xbox.
Dude, called money.
Sony's the move.
No,
called money.
that's fine. I mean,
got
that's
the-
great. That's awesome. I'm just glad I'm going to be
Um,
playing it either way. But I'm
Yeah.
very excited that it is a ground up
No
remake.
gameplay.
All we know
nothing. It's just a CGI. But
Is that we're remaking it?
and it's going to be
I'm
cool.
there for it.
And it's gonna
I'm
be cool.
Fucking there for it. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Was
matter.
it the-
Because you
it
never
KOTOR?
played it before, right?
Nope.
Yeah,
Haven't
you're going to
played-
love it.
I downloaded both of them and I was gonna start, and then I saw this. I was like, I'll
Well,
just
it's not
wait.
coming out until
2023.
yeah. I was gonna say you. So you have. I would just play these.
They're still
Mike,
worth it. They're still
But it'll
worth
be
it.
2023 in no time.
Yeah. And we'll still be right here. Actually,
We're
by the way,
underwater.
did you guys know that it's been a year since I announced this show? Like, and it'll be it'll be a year. I think our first episode was September 15th last year, and it's September 12th right now.
Okay.
Oh,
1
wow.
year anniversary.
Yeah, so it's our
Look at that.
Well, I guess it's my our 1
I've
year
been here.
Yeah, he's
anniversary.
been here since day one. Look at that.
Yeah, and then we picked up some more hobos along the way.
Just happy to be
Engineer
here.
now.
Yeah, we
got
have
an
a full-time
engineer.
engineer now, Jess.
The best one
Yeah,
we've
there we
ever
go.
had.
There we go.
There we go.
I think we should become a clapping podcast. I love the energy that we get. I think this is great.
ASMR.
Love it.
It's just gonna be like a wellness.
Hold on,
kind
I'll
of
get a
clapping.
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Get me the
Okay.
Wednesday.
So yeah, KOTOR.
Would you like a wrong beat?
Would you like a wrong beef? So KOTOR, looking forward to it. Another game that literally had nothing but a 43-second trailer. However, when I saw the claw come out, I shit my pants right there. Wolverine.
He's probably not kidding.
Also, they said that that this has a strong possibility of being rated M.
Oh, thank
because
God.
the last Wolverine game that came out that was just a Wolverine game was for Xbox 360 and PS3. It was in 2009. It was based off that shitty X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
But they actually ended up putting out an amazing like hack and slash Wolverine game that people still love to this day.
Was it rated T?
No, it was rated M.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
like
perfect.
the opening cinematic had a bunch of guys like in a stealth mission, and there's this one guy you see lean up against the wall, and you just see 3 claws come through the front of his face, and then once they leave and like his body drops, Wolverine just bursts through the wall and fucks all these guys up. It's the best. Either way though, this trailer, like I said, no gameplay, nothing, none of that shit, right?
We didn't get like any gameplay from any of the trailers.
No, not
But
really.
It makes sense though that Disney and Marvel would continue to partner with Insomniac because look at the reception and sales of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
20 million units moves.
It's
And-
hard to fuck up a Spider-Man. Like, I mean, they've done it in the
No,
past.
dude,
They
it was like
fucked it up in the
Spider-Man
past.
2 to this, and like Shattered Dimensions and maybe like Web of Shadows was good. Everything else was just like, fuck.
What was Amazing Spider-Man? Was that?
Amazing Spider-Man was that piece of shit that we played at Guy's house at one time.
What was the one where you can play as like Venom and shit? Is that Amazing Spider-Man?
That okay? No, you're talking
Oh.
about Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
That was good
That
too.
game fucks,
That
yeah.
game does
Oh.
fuck. You're right. I hope they have that on PC because now I really want to play that game.
I know.
Fuck. That game is great.
But Wolverine.
Wolverine. I don't
I'm
know
just
who the
excited.
voice is gonna be. I would love if they got Hugh Jackman, but they won't.
They won't. They won't.
Some people were saying maybe I think it's Roger Craig Smith is his name. He's played Wolverine in the past in like some animated stuff, but he's also like the main voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Just with a little
Kevin Conroy, friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show. Kevin Conroy. But yeah, there's not really much here to talk about other than I'm excited for it, and it's not
Yeah, it
coming
was-
until 2023.
It was a 43-second trailer.
Yeah.
And it was just
It was so quick
And
that
it was
Danny
just-
didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was so quick. I completely missed it.
Yeah, it really looked like it certainly looked like a situation Wolverine would find himself in. That's
And
for
it looked
sure.
like that one cut scene that Hugh Jackman did, where he told Professor X to fuck off.
Oh, go fuck
and,
yourselves.
Yeah,
yeah.
go fuck yourselves.
In first class, was it?
It looks like the Canadian bar he's in the first.
I was gonna
movie.
say it.
Yeah.
It just he's in the he's got his flannel.
Bub.
He's at a bar.
Dude, Wolverine's in Ultimate Spider-Man too. You fight him as Venom, remember?
Yes, you do.
You fucking find him in the bar. He's like a random boss battle, and like when you're playing as Venom, you like throw a car through a bar window,
And
and
he
it
just, like-
spills over his
yeah.
drink,
He
and
gets
he just
pissed
pulls
off.
out his claws, and he's like, "I don't like when people spill my drinks, bub," or something like that, and then you
I
you
think
fuck him up.
a
Wait a
lie.
minute,
Available on Windows.
Wolverine is also in Web of Shadows too, and you actually rip him in half if you're
Yes,
playing
yeah.
as Black Suit
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man. And wait, he gets the symbiote too in that game,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like Venom Wolverine like hybrid.
Yes.
Fuck, I gotta play these games again. I know what I'm doing this week. Shit. All right, so let's move on. Marvel Spider-Man 2. We got a hybrid gameplay cinematic trailer because that's what the gameplay is. I know that you guys on this side of the
played it,
table
no.
haven't played it, but
Not for no.
We've
like,
played
for
it.
No, not for any.
other reason than you just don't. Well,
Yeah.
you have a PS4 now, right?
Yeah. Do.
Oh, great game.
Great
No,
game.
I
it's
should pick
so
it up.
good.
Best, for
There's
sure.
been times where I find myself literally just swinging around for like the mechanics
That was
for
me with
swinging
the
around the
GameCube.
city.
I just
Yeah,
replayed it.
yeah.
I literally just replayed it last
There's
week.
times you can just find yourself just for like 45 minutes, just straight up swinging around, seeing what
And
goes on.
What I noticed about that game is that you do not have to play any of the side missions to miss out on any of the villains that they have. All the villains are an integral part of the actual story. Like they
It's
set
just a
up,
really well done story.
Yeah. Dude, the ending. We can talk about the ending. It's a couple years.
Yeah, no, I think. Well,
Okay.
Well, if I'm gonna play it,
all right,
Yeah,
all right.
all
No
right,
spoilers. No
All right,
spoilers.
but I'm just telling you,
It's sick.
it's
tight.
It's
I'm telling you,
tight.
they kick you in the balls so hard at the
Yeah.
end. But it's like one of those things where it's like, wow, they really did this in a fucking Spider-Man game. Like, all right, I'm fucking there.
My spider
dude,
balls.
when you're on the side of the building and everybody's crying
It's
and beating
brutal.
the shit out of each
Dude,
other.
my
and-
balls were kicked.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Remember the I don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do either.
either.
Wait,
Don't ask
did
me.
they kill Uncle Ben?
So here, actually, if you guys want to take a look at the screen there, Jess, if you want to switch over.
He looks thicker.
So I actually,
He's gotten thicker over
I
the years.
actually
Not his arms though.
hate this suit.
That's true.
I hated the orange. I hated the white, and I hated how like just the way it always disconnects and everything.
You just like
They
red, white,
have-
and blue, baby.
Yeah, baby. They fixed it though a lot. Like, see how there's no separation in the arms? It's way redder. They took the white off the blue. There's a sleeker design here going on, and I really appreciate
really
the time.
accents his cum gutters.
Oh, 100%. That's a beautiful
It's the
dick root.
second time
That is
we
a
have had
beautiful dick root.
cum gutters show up
Yep.
on the show.
He looks a little shinier.
Yeah, and then like, but even like, take a look at
Little
the
more
eyes.
HD.
You know what I mean? Like, it
Fade around
You know
it.
what I mean? Like, and you can tell that there's RTX going on here because look at the reflection on the eyes, and where as opposed to this is a simulated reflection.
Yeah, that's literally
know?
just part of the texture.
I'm sorry.
How long were you looking at this?
I watched the trailer a shit ton.
This picture. How long have you been looking at this picture, looking for the
New
differences?
belt area?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Area.
god!
Look, and there's no red thighs
Well, actually,
either.
if you really
What's
think
wrong
there
with
is
red
no
thighs?
belt, so he's got a
It does
real
kinda
cum
look
gutters
weird.
going on here because there's no belt separation happening.
It is a straight up gutter.
Beautiful.
I'm kind of
Beautiful.
upset that you guys introduced me to the term cum gutters.
Hey, and when you think about it, it's a pretty apt description.
It is
Horrible. Oh wait, is that his ass?
Look
No.
at like see how his face is kind of
I
like
thought that second one down
oval
was his
here,
butt.
and he's a little bit more
Ever see
round
that?
here.
I do see
Yeah,
that.
You
yeah,
know?
I see that. I see that.
So,
Pat, yeah.
all right. You know what? I literally put the time in today to get
Did you make
materials.
this?
Did you make it?
No, that would be like that. I think you should leave episode where he's like, hey, I found this funny video, and it's
Bozo
like,
dubbed over.
The clown.
It's uploaded at 6 a.m. and has one view.
It's one of those viral videos.
The bozo does the dub.
all right. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to God of War.
Bozo? Oh,
okay.
I can't think of how to search it.
Bozo.
I just love how like the jokes in the video, like jerk
guy's gonna jerk
off. It's just like I just shit my pants or something. I haven't watched the second season yet, but
Second
I should.
season
I
is
haven't
great.
either.
It's great. I've seen both seasons like 6 times each.
It's easy to do. They're short.
I love the hey, can you go tell her that you guys have a rule that you can't eat all the nachos?
The fully loaded.
She's eating all the fully loaded
And
nachos.
I love when he says, he goes, did you just fucking tell the waiter to tell me that there's a fake rule? He's just like, I don't know. All right, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. What the
This actually
fuck
looks
is this?
fun.
Okay,
What the
you.
fuck? Yeah,
This
here's
looks like you.
I looked up at the screen and I
you.
was just like, "This is a Burke game.
Burke.
This
I
is a
looked at
Burke
this
game."
I think I played one of the Borderlands. It's by the people, and I think it's Tiny
Were you
Tina's
here
one
for
of the.
reminiscence?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Tiny Tina's one of the characters in Borderlands. I don't know. I don't know any backstory like that. Because it's a spin-off.
It's a Borderlands spin-off for sure.
So
Yeah.
she's like running like a D&D campaign or something, and it's just basically like, do you like magic? Do you like guns? Go fight some skeletons with a shotgun. And I was like, this looks fucking great.
Wow, right up my alley.
I was
wanna
like,
s-
cool.
I
I
just
want to
wanna
fight a
make
troll with an
sure-
AK.
that Project Eve is the game I'm thinking of. That's the next one on this list, and like I didn't see anything. I didn't know anything about this game before I saw. I think it's Square Enix, right?
It looks like a Square
It looks
Enix
like
game.
it looks like a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. When I was looking, I thought that it was a Final Fantasy
Oh, wait,
game
I
until they
also
showed
thought
Project
that.
Eve.
Yeah. Either way, it just
Oh,
looks
it's
like a third-person
developed by
action game
Shift Up
that
Corp.
looks like fun. You know, it looks like, and this. It's important to put actually now that I see it. This Sony showcase was all PS5 games, besides for like
Was it
God of War.
Do you
God-
know it was
was it
called the Sony
PS5?
PS5 Showcase?
Yeah, but they've done that previously and then have said all the games that you
that's
saw
fair.
are also coming to PS4, where this one specifically is like 99% going to PS5, not touching PS4, besides for God of War. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. I actually
Very excited.
haven't
have you
played
guys
any
played any of the Uncharted?
No, that's why
No.
I'm really excited for
Okay.
this because it's coming out on PC, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
That
willing
I'm
to
pumped for.
replay Uncharted 4 on PC. I don't think it's all of the games though. It's
Oh,
just
no?
4, and it's just the expansion Lost Legacy. Now, if you guys have a PS4 and you want to play Uncharted, you pick up the Uncharted collection for $20, and they're some of the greatest action games I've ever played.
Those are the games that I've never played, but have always been on my list. Oh, I need to get around.
They're
to
Yeah.
this.
And
fucking
everyone tells me,
sick.
anyone who has played them tells me you have to play this game. Yeah.
Uncharted 2 is literally like, even J.J. Abrams has gone on record saying that the opening of Uncharted 2 is something that he would like to see in cinematic form, because it's
Wow.
like
It's pretty
just-
cool.
it's
Like you
like
can look up a YouTube video of it. It's really cool.
it's the way the camera's
Of the first-
positioned.
the
Second game, the
second
way
game.
the camera's positioned, it looks like Nate wakes up like on a train ride, and then the camera turns, and he's actually sitting in a seat on a train car that's hanging over a cliff that he just got finished with some big action sequence, and like he's just coming to, like,
Yeah.
and he realizes where he is, and then you got to like climb out of the train and everything, and eventually go back and work your way up to that point. But it's just like, it's unreal that that's how they started a game in like what, 2007 when that game
on
came out.
PS2.
Yeah, no, PS3.
Oh, it's PS3.
These are all PS3 games.
Okay.
But Uncharted 4, I think that's the one that the fans don't like the most. And to be fair, that is when Neil Druckmann took over. And he likes to...
He drucked it up.
And the length of the games,
drug
the
over
length
it.
of the games went from 6 to 7 hours to 15 to 18 hours because there was a lot of story he wanted to tell.
Make 2 games.
Yeah, but once you get past that, though, like once you get like past the opening with the characters and everything, and Nate where he is in his life, and you get to the adventure, it's like unreal. It's one of the craziest PS4 games.
Interesting.
There's like it's like Indiana Jones, but for video games.
That's what it looks like.
is.
It always looks like a combo to me of Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider.
And
Yeah.
Tom Holland is playing him in a movie. In the movie
Yes,
coming
but
out?
he's playing the younger version of him, which
Okay.
was a
How is Nathan Fillion not playing him?
Wait,
that's a good point.
have we? I've showed you guys the short film of Nathan Fillion playing Nathan Drake, right?
Have you?
There's a 17-minute short film that
Is this just a
Nathan,
subconscious thing that
no,
I'm calling up?
Nathan Fillion, Stephen Lang plays what's the old guy's name? Fuck. Sully.
Goodwill.
Hunting. He plays Sully, and I forget who they got to play.
Mark Wahlberg.
Elena. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is Sully.
With the fucking
But, like,
Boston
if-
accent.
I think it's like, hold on.
The new one.
Nathan, what the fuck are you doing?
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's gonna be in the new one.
Are you kidding me?
I
Yes,
know.
dude, he's playing Sully. It's really not a joke.
Wow.
Look, like
Sounds like a joke.
So this was the short film that they made.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's Nathan Fillion as Nathan Drake, and that's Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, who's gonna be in the.
He
Sony
needs to be
picture.
more buff.
He's got plenty of time.
And then let's see. Was it Stephen Lang? Oops, sorry.
Stephen Lang, and this is supposed to be Mark Wahlberg's character?
This is gonna be Mark Wahlberg's character. Yeah. Come on, what are you doing?
Come on.
You're not
Come
joshing
on,
me.
do
He's
it.
actually going to be
Like
Oh, wow.
that.
Mark
that
Wahlberg
looks
is playing
exactly
this guy.
like Sully. Like there is
Respect.
There's Sully from the movies, and there's Stephen Lang short film Sully, and then Mark Wahlberg just looks like Mark Wahlberg.
Why? Why did they pick Mark Wahlberg?
Why?
Because okay, so in Uncharted 3, there's a section of the game where you go back and you play as a young Nathan Drake, and you learn about his past some more, and like the relationship between him and his brother, and that section apparently that like drove fans crazy. Like they love that the most, so they're gonna start there and then go forward with it.
makes
Nathan,
sense
what the
to
fuck
me.
are you doing?
Yeah.
That way you get that, and then you get years and years of Tom Holland doing this franchise.
Just hope they're good. I just hope they're
That's
good.
fair. That's fair.
I think we found a
Rainbow
transformer.
Six Extraction.
Nah.
We know what it is.
I'm kind of interested. Like
Really?
being I don't play a ton of video games, but I have played Rainbow Six. This is a cool way to kind of to twist the premise. So I would play it.
What is different about this one?
It's just a.
This is the zombie one?
This is the
Monsters?
yeah,
Yeah.
zombie
Yeah,
monsters mini game.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, Forspoken. That's the I'm psychic.
That's this chick gets thrown into this like past world, and she has the 10 rings on her arm.
Another one that I looked up at, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
No.
Oh right, yeah, and like she can like swing from shit and like shoot stuff
10
out of
rings
it.
on her arm.
Yeah, she got 10 rings.
She's got 10
Yeah, I
rings.
have seen this. Yeah, look at this gameplay.
Okay.
It looks interesting. I don't know if it. I don't know.
Yeah, look at that.
I think this comes down entirely to the story.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you
See,
get you get
that
like,
right there. I'm there.
Yeah, you
I'm
get a lot of
fucking there.
you get a lot of modularity, and it looks cool. As long it's got to be an interesting story. Like the gameplay looks cool, but otherwise, I'm gonna be like,
Well,
what's
the settings
Um,
are really what blew me away. Is like it is a beautiful game.
Alan
Yeah.
Wake remastered.
I
It's
never-
Alan Wake.
yeah.
Have you guys played the
No,
original
and so
Alan Wake?
when I
That's
saw
the
this
game that
one-
you'll fucking love.
It looked cool.
Yeah, when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I might actually play this because
So,
I never played Alan
I
Wake.
played it on the Xbox. Now, you played it too, right, Mike?
I've never played it.
It's about a writer's stories coming to life in like this
like
weird
a horror
town,
kind of thing,
in
right?
like
Yeah.
Seattle. But the way you kill the enemies is you have to focus your flashlight on them first to break their shield, and then you could shoot them.
Yeah. Oh.
It's called the darkness, is what takes them, and everything is from the author's perspective, which is Alan. So all of the commentary that happens in the game that tells you about the story and the missions you have to do, and like it's told in like an episode, like a TV format too.
Cool.
Remember the game Control I played, the psychic one?
Yeah.
This is the same studio. They also made that game I told you about, Quantum Break, about time travel, that had the kid from X-Men in it, who's in The Boys season 2 as well.
Okay.
This is like, so they're just remastering this for a new age, and I would definitely play
check
it
it out.
with better stuff.
I'd play it.
Grand Theft Auto 5 delayed, whatever. But they also said it's not just a port; they're rebuilding the game for PS5.
Okay.
But
We'll see.
Okay,
Yeah, it's who
Uh,
cares?
who gives a shit? I have it for PC.
Ghostwire Tokyo
Ghostwire.
looks like straight up Japanese
Slender Man.
horror, and it looks cool as hell. Like
That's the game where he gets the psychic powers in the middle of the
yeah, it's
the
his
square.
face is starting to get like all
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
black, and then everybody around him
okay.
becomes Slender Men.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And
Okay.
it's just like there's a lot of it's very much like Korean and Japanese style horror.
Okay.
It just looks super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know much else about it than that.
That nobody does.
Yeah.
Deathloop. How many times are we going to talk about Deathloop?
the trailer
put it
is so
Right,
good.
just put it out.
Just put it
Put it
out.
out.
Put it out. I don't want to look at the trailer anymore.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I cracked up when he was faking the heart attack, and the guy, what are you doing? He's like, I think I'm having a heart. He's like, just stop it. And he goes, all right, I'm sorry. Like that, I was cracking the fuck up on that. So we got some more information. We got October 26th release date. Pre-orders are already open. And like we said before, you're only playing as Star-Lord. You're not playing as anyone else, which it should be. It should be based around one character.
Then have Star-Lord tell the other characters what to
Yes.
do. Just leave it at that.
And on top of that, we found out that when this comes to Nintendo Switch, it's not actually gonna be the like game downloaded and running off Switch. It's gonna be streaming it from Square Enix's servers.
Oh, interesting. Because it can't.
Because it can't run this game.
Not even with the brand new Nintendo Switch.
Not with the 4K one? You mean the 4K one that they thought that everyone said they were making
That
with the
everybody
NVIDIA
needed.
3080
Yeah,
inside of
exactly.
it? Yeah. Not the OLED one, the one that's completely fucking useless. All right.
I do think this game looks like a lot of like the latest Star Wars games, kind of like in the actual like gameplay.
Oh,
bit.
okay,
Like it
okay.
reminds me of like an EA feel, like with a Battlefront 2 kind of thing, or like
Got
Force
it.
Awakens. It looks cool.
All right, so
I loved those games.
We're getting
if
a bit-
that game runs like those, then I'm in.
we're getting a bit tight on time here, so let's just skip to Blood Hunt and then let's talk about God of War because I got some stuff for you guys on that. So, Gran Turismo, like that's what's coming, and then there's like two kid games that got announced. So, Blood Hunt
Kid A.
is the vampires, right?
Yeah.
It's a battle royale,
Yeah,
right?
which I saw some streamers playing. Like what? I don't know if it was this one. It was something where it was very similar. It was like,
it's like this is like the sequel. or
oh,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, wait, it's the
interesting. If
sequel
you're
to
into
what?
vampires, you'll love this
A
shit.
game called
Vampire Masquerade.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old game, and it's like kind of cult classic-y.
Yeah.
Is it was already shown off for PC, so Sony
Yeah.
partnership, everybody enjoys that. But I mean, it looks good. It looks fun. It looks like there's a lot of fucking violence.
It's a very unique take on a battle royale.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
which
just
is
super
cool.
gratuitous. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
at this point, a unique take on a battle royale is kind of
It's a
a dime
breath
a
of
dime.
fresh air.
Which, by the way, you guys, we still haven't played the battle royale in Sea of Thieves.
No,
That's
I
true.
do want
That's
to play.
true.
I do want to play
It's
some
fucking
like P2P
bananas.
combat.
Okay, so let's talk about the heavy hitter here. God of War Ragnarok. We got a gameplay trailer. And I
did.
gotta be honest, I wasn't blown away like when the first trailer for the first God of War dropped and like Kratos stepped out of the shadows and everyone was like, "Oh shit!" And plus, it's built in the same engine. They're running it at what I mean. It's just
That's fine.
It's not gonna wow you because half the magic you already saw. It's the same thing I said with Avengers and Avengers 2. Avengers 2 could never be as good as Avengers 1 because half the magic was seeing them all together on screen. Half the magic of the first God of War was being in this new context, the Norse mythology, like this new camera angle, this new gameplay
New
style.
weapon.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
fighting.
Like, I mean, God of War 1 and God of War 2 and God of War 3, I think we're all on PlayStation 2, right?
I think, yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, but all of those games were fine.
So now let's talk about this for a second. So if you guys saw the trailer, all the animations are very similar, if not exactly the same, right?
Right.
So this was a tweet that went viral, and it says, it's from Gandalf Gaming. It says, God of War Ragnarok looks like a clone of 2018 God of War. Even the animations are unchanged. Now, I don't know if this guy's ever played video game sequels before, but they don't redo the animations. And the
If it ain't broke.
fucking tweets that came out after this are some of the funniest things I've ever read, and I got some of them here for you guys. So, hold on. So first one up is Uh-oh. There we go. First one up is, I can't see his name, but he says, look at this lazy fictional character getting into his boat the same way each time. I don't know about you, but I, a human male that constantly challenges himself, changed the way I open the door every single time. Left my room earlier by backflipping onto the door handle. Then we have, let me tell you something. My friend literally worked an entire year to get this boat docked correctly. I don't think anyone wants to take on the task again for no reason. Just leave him alone, all right, guys? Which is like, you know, you want the game to take longer? Like, then let's redo the fucking boat
It's
animation.
on the same system.
Yeah.
In the same engine. It's just like it's content at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cat.
What is
too.
Shadow? Shadow! Liz, Shadow's trying to get out the window.
But I mean, yeah, like it literally came out.
So there's this game called God of War Ragnarok. You've heard of it, right? It's a sequel to God of War for PS4. Well, so anyways, in the main game, the character Kratos gets into a boat and they use the exact same animation they used in the exact same.
I mean, the game came out 2018. It's not like it came out in 2008.
Yeah.
You can't just rebuild all the animations.
I love this one. Same main characters as the last one too. So he's really cutting corners here.
That's great.
All of these are massively valid.
I love this one. Oh no, a game did make a whole new boat animation to get into a fucking boat. Game ruined. And
console wars, people.
so then, okay, so this is like not, I find this hilarious because Joe Anderson doesn't tweet ever. And when he does, he usually has some sort of like ratio come up or something. And this is the best. God of War Ragnarok, the Thor discourse. Have you guys seen the Thor from God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah, he's fat.
He's a big, fat, heavy set guy. And like, somebody tweeted, what's keeping you from looking like Thor? And I retweeted it and said cardiac arrest. And I thought like that was just a funny joke, right? But no, apparently he's like, grow the fuck up, gamers. And then he says, see you next month for another amazing tweet. Then we have
I did see someone Photoshop Chris Hemsworth's face and abs onto that photo.
so then we have, I can't believe they even reused the same protagonist for the direct sequel.
Lazy. That's lazy.
And then this is the best.
Yeah.
This is from Shitty Gamer Takes, and it's the exact same tweet as the original one.
That's great.
So good.
Oh yeah, I was going all through Twitter. I was like, these are all fucking stellar tweets. Like these are great. Like they shit all over this guy. And to be fair, they're right.
They are right.
They are absolutely right.
I just have to say I really love the avatar for Shitty Gamers.
It's
LA
Noire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen,
It's gonna be
that didn't
good.
bother me. I'm just ready
It's
to get
different
back
content.
and finish the adventure.
That's it.
Because
That's what I want. The story. God of War is one of those games I actually want the story.
this is the last one in the series.
Yep. Yeah.
This is the last one in the
That
Norse
it's just gonna
mythology.
be 2 games.
And the rumor is Egyptian gods.
Egyptian god.
You know,
Fighting
for instance,
Ra.
Anubis, Condoleezza Rice. Did you guys see that? I put that in the fucking.
Yeah, I
You
saw
liked it.
In what?
I put it
put
in
it
our
in
Twitter,
Discord,
in our
Discord.
Instagram chat. I was like, examples
right,
of like
yeah.
Anubis, Horus, Condoleezza Rice. You know, the Egyptian gods that Kratos is going to be fighting in the next game.
Oh man.
So I mean, listen, this is coming out in 2022 now. I think they said spring because that's like when the first one came out. I think it was like
Put the games in the winter.
I played it in like.
no,
I
I
didn't
got
play it when it
dude,
came
I
out.
got it the day it came out, and it was a couple days before my birthday, so it was definitely in April for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they're doing another spring release, which I'll just fucking give it to me now.
Yeah, just
I'm-
and also
ready.
just release it when it's done.
I know
Just
a lot of
please release
people-
it when it's done.
I know a lot of people are kind of worried that this is not the same director as the last game, but Cory Barlog is the only game director to make 2 God of War games. Every God of War game has had a different director. So he's still producing this one. He still wrote this one. He made all the calls to delay it and to put it on PS4 as well. So he's still very much involved. I'm not entirely sure if he is working on the next God of War installment, but there's rumors that he's working on some sort of sci-fi game with his team right now, and that's what Sony Santa Monica is going to put out after this.
Interesting.
And then we'll get another God of War series.
I mean, with this one, just make me hurt. like the last
Yeah,
game.
I'm ready to hurt
yeah,
again.
just make me
I'm
hurt.
ready to hurt.
I just want to bawl and I want to cry.
You played it, right?
I'll have a PS5. Is this on PS4? The first one?
Yes.
It's on PS4, yeah.
Oh, let me. I'll,
It's also on the
give me
app.
that.
It's also on the app.
You can borrow it if you want.
yeah,
I have
let
it.
me add that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can-
Joe just finished it, so you can. Yeah.
Which fascinates
Joe
me.
liked it.
Which
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
fascinates me. I can't believe he sat down and played through that whole game.
How long is the story for it?
It's probably like 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, I'd say about 20.
But it's
and
worth
there's a
every-
lot of
Yeah,
lot of
that's-
side stuff
that's
that
fine.
There is
Joe
literally-
didn't do that I can
That
see
I will,
you
yes,
going out and
absolutely.
There
exploring.
is literally not one wasted word of dialogue in the whole script. There is not one there's not one sentence that isn't absolutely necessary. There is
beautiful. It's really
multiple
beautiful.
scenes that reach a fever pitch of emotion every single time people are talking. Like the opening of the game, even if you don't do you know the history of God of War at all?
Yeah, I've played all of them
So
else.
Kratos
Okay,
does
perfect.
not have the Blades of Chaos when you start the new game, and he's trying to.
That's what usually
and-
happens.
Yeah, and you know how he's trying to run from his past in this
Yeah.
one and be and live. He's like, when I came to these shores, I said I live as a mortal man, right? In the beginning of that game, he's chopping down trees for firewood. And when he goes to pick up the log, the bandage falls down and you see all of the
burn.
scars.
Yeah.
So then he wraps it back up before Atreus runs over. And that's the whole thing, is that Kratos learns to be a father. And it's, oh God, I'm getting fucking emotional just thinking.
He
about it.
learns.
Dude, it's,
You watch him learn to be a father.
watch him-
Yeah.
That's the
and,
thing,
like-
and it's just
And that's why that's why in this,
star of the show is here.
I'll bring it to you.
Thank
I'll
you.
like, yeah,
Thank
you
Can
can
we
borrow
get
it. Yeah.
a GoPro on the
cat
cats
cam?
and we just
Cat
cut
cam.
to them?
Let's see where Nico
Liz,
is.
pick him up and bring him over here.
with just really
Just throw him on the table.
cheeky Animal Planet music,
Yeah.
Like too cute.
yeah.
Oh, there's Shadow. He's another one you can pick up.
The Home Depot music.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The gameplay looked sick. I love the whole we're gonna fucking rip somebody out of the sky and throw them on the ground, that type of shit. Just come through right through the center. Choose violence. Okay.
to see the baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. It looks great.
They didn't give too much away from the story, but I like how they're like, yeah, you don't call a game Ragnarok and not end it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just put him
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
put
yeah.
him right on the table. Just put him right on the table. Fuck it. Just drop him on the table.
Drop that kitty.
There you go.
Cat cam.
Hey, bud. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't like this.
Please. Oh.
Oh, where's it gonna jump?
Jess is like, what is the best angle? Which camera? Which camera?
And
we're done.
Off he goes.
He's got a very
Clip of
big
the week.
primordial pouch.
It's his wub.
What?
What?
His
Yeah.
wub.
Oh, what? It's called a wub.
It's a wub.
A wub. Clip of the week.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Hold on. I got to pull it up.
Can you play that in reverse?
I
Actually,
would
can
like to hear
Superman
that.
go back, spin the Earth back
Wait,
around?
did I download this?
This is a U clip, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, no, not that clip.
Not that one.
Not
That
one.
could have been clip of the week.
That could have been.
actually.
Yeah, hold on, wait. I downloaded it. Hold on, give me a second. Do your thing.
There's the clip of the
Do
week.
your thing.
Oh, it's the clip of the week.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
That's me doing it in the background.
Okay.
All
Ready?
right. Oh, ATV riding on the road.
Actually, before we start, we're all looking forward to God of War, right?
yeah.
All right, let's
Thumb
do it.
up. Nothing bad happens when ATVs drive on
Never.
roads.
Never.
Couple ATVs overtaking a few cars.
Hey, in their defense, that line is not solid.
No,
Yeah.
that's legal. Street legal.
Oh, no! Oh, man.
Lord.
Homie got side. Look at this.
God.
Oh, shit. Oh,
dear
man.
Lord.
Fuck.
Where is he?
He's right there.
Is he okay?
Back, you put your hand down.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Even the cats are meowing.
More trauma.
Oh my God. Oh, he's up. All right, that's good.
Oh my.
Nah,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
his leg is fucked up.
Yeah, he hurt his knee, but at least he's upright.
Oh.
At least like it looks like I know.
What the fuck is this?
Slow mo.
What looks like he didn't get hit by that car, which is good. Like the ATV.
Yeah, the ATV did. Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
Burke, he got hit by that car.
No.
Yeah, but
I'm saying.
I know what you're saying because
That's like
your
he didn't
leg
get
is
mashed
momentum
between
his
kept going.
leg would have been mangled.
That's
Oh,
like
is this
when-
Russia? Look at the sign.
It's usually
yeah, it's all right.
I usually go to
Typically,
Russia.
yeah.
No traffic laws. It's a car accident. It's from Russia. It's a Nick clip of the week for sure.
the checkbox we go down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
One more time. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Yeah,
let's
run it back in full speed.
I was on the Parkway today. I saw a car on fire. I legitimately
Moving or
on
stopped?
fire. No, stopped.
Now,
Stopped.
is this better than when the fucking helicopter landed in front
That,
of
I
you
did
last
have that
week?
too. Yeah, I saw a state police helicopter land. Well, I'll tell that
Hey!
story later.
Get out of the road. Oh man.
I want to vomit.
God.
I mean,
Just cracked.
also like
Fuck.
that's partial. I mean, the dude on the ATV like turned
Yeah.
the wrong direction to get out of the way of that car.
Yeah. He just panicked.
yeah.
Because honestly, if you think about it, if you're in a car, that's the direction you're going to turn because then you're going to get hit on the passenger
Yeah.
side as opposed to your side. That's just his instinct kicking in horribly wrong.
True.
Unless they drive on the other side of Russia. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Whatever.
Under his
It's
chin.
Russia. But yeah, so last week, Katie and I were driving on the Parkway. We were actually going down to Pat's parents, and when we were driving down, all of a sudden we
Without
got
me.
stopped by a state trooper who was standing in the Parkway. He just stopped us.
Not a good place.
And-
Sure.
Yeah, and he just stopped us, and then all of a sudden we just see obviously there was a ton of traffic, but there's a ton of emergency vehicles. And then I got a video where a guy unfortunately died in a single car accident.
Oh, my God.
But they were, what's it called? They were debating, I guess, if they were going to
Medevac him out.
Medevac him out. And so I saw,
Boobies. Whoa. I saw boobies.
and so this.
I've already seen this
literally-
video.
Great podcast content.
Yeah. Which I mean, if you want,
Yeah,
I can
no,
send
I've
this
seen
to
it.
you.
Okay,
But
so-
there, then the helicopter then lands right on the Parkway.
That's
right in
fucking
front of me.
wild.
Yeah.
I then got to stand on the Parkway. Pat FaceTime me, and I'm just out in
He
my
gets
car.
off.
Yeah,
He goes.
What else is
He
he gonna
can't
do?
hear me at all, but he's like, "Yeah, you see this out there?"
because my car is still my phone is still connected to my
So-
Bluetooth, so I can't hear a word that he's saying.
Right
I was like,
before,
look at this.
right before we sign off for the night, it's funny that we're talking about helicopters because you guys want to know what I did. I booked a flying lesson for a helicopter.
So you're actually gonna get your
I'm
helicopter
actually-
license?
I don't think I'm gonna get my license. I can't make the decision if I'm getting my license just yet, but I am going up for an hour private lesson.
That's
That's
cool.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we flew
What-
in one in Atlantic City, and I was like,
That
I
just
want
got
to
your,
fucking fly one
that
of
got your
these.
train wheels
yes,
turning
I
pretty
was
much.
just yes. I was like, why? Why be
yes, transportation.
I need more transportation
be stuck
licenses.
on rails? Why be on this predetermined path when I can just soar above you all? You know?
And literally not even runway. It's just literally
Yeah, and like
you're up.
and
A whirlybird.
I listen. I am not about to sit here and compare watching YouTube videos to understand how to fly a helicopter. I'm not going to do that. However, I watched a couple YouTube
I watched
videos.
50 hours worth of footage.
Yeah.
and
You're also a
instructions.
And I
pro at
did
cleaning
Flight
gutters.
Simulator. I did
Mowing
Flight
lawns.
Simulator, and I really feel like I got
breaking
it.
beaver dams. But I watched a bunch of videos on it, and like, it seems like I don't want to be like it's fairly simple, but it seems like it doesn't look like something that I'm gonna get in there and be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But it like they were showing people how to do a hover, and like there is no autopilot in most helicopters. Like there, and even in the ones that there is, it's not like you turn it on and that's it. Like you still got to sit there. But like these guys, like I watched Bill Burr fly with some dude, right? And when they go into a hover, the thing that you pull up on that gives you altitude is called the collective. So they hold on to the collective, and the actual stick in front of them.
I'm kind of tilted down a little bit.
Not even
No?
that. They are like they just know how to like feel out the actual vehicle. So they're straight up just going like this the entire time, like to keep it balanced when it's in a hover. And then when they want to fly, they pull up, and then you just tip forward, and then they start like I was like, it doesn't seem impossible. I also thought about getting a regular like plane lesson, but I was like, nah, fuck that.
That's Is it the same amount of hours you need?
I think it's like you need 40 hours of flight time to get your like personal license, which just means like I can take you guys up if I wanted
I think,
to.
I think
Okay.
planes are a lot more.
No,
than
no,
that.
it's the same.
Oh, is
It's
it?
the same. If you want
40
your
hours, that's
commercial,
it?
if you want your commercial license, it's 150 hours of flight time.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can be a pilot. You know, you can be a hired pilot. And then if you want to do like shipping cargo stuff, that's a lot of because that is big choppers you got to fly.
Yeah. Yeah,
and here's
yeah,
the thing: helicopters are way more expensive than planes. For a brand new like 4-seater helicopter, like a bubble copter, is like $1.9 million. Oh my
God.
For a freaking twin engine like 9-seater
Couple $100 grand.
Learjet is like $600,000.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, not that really. You know, I'm never gonna buy one.
See if
It's
you
just-
like it.
Yeah, no.
See if you like it, get yourself a small one.
No, that's no. My whole
Ask
thing
for it for
listen,
Christmas.
like I said, I am not sitting here going like I'm going to go become a helicopter pilot. I'm literally just
See if
like
you wanna do it.
I wanna
booked-
fly a
I
helicopter.
booked a lesson to go up there and to take the controls and just try it out.
See what it's
I'm
like.
going up with an instructor, all that shit. So
awesome.
That's cool.
it'll be good times. I'll take some pictures, and I already thought about
Land
my
on the
Instagram
parkway.
caption. On my way to steal your girl.
Put a lot of man hours into that one.
Yeah, I did. I did. And speaking of which, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.